Yo. Let's get it. Where we at? Wipe your feet. Come on in. Let's get on this combine. Woo, man. Wipe your feet. You know, if it's DBs, your boy Murf is here. Top Billin. Where we at? Wipe your feet. Who in here with your boy today? Uh-oh. Technical difficulties? Is it technical difficulties? What's going on? What up? Wipe your feet. Hit the thumbs up button. James Wade up in here. Uh-oh. There goes the neighborhood. Let's go, baby. Wipe your feet, man. Hit the thumbs up button, baby. Don't disrespect your boy. Wipe your feet. Wipe your feet. If you want to, take your shoes off and super chat, baby. You in the house of Top Billin. I can't wait to watch this. Anybody we gotta get those predictions out there. What you think these boys are running, these DBs? I put mine on the community chat. Damn, I forgot to go back and look at it. See who chatted. Kyle Duggar. Thank you. Let me know if y'all hit the thumbs up button by hitting the thumbs up. Give me the thumbs up signal. Omari Merriweather, what's going on, baby? He's your boy Xavier McKinney's uncle. Look at him. Shout outs at Murf. You were ahead of the pack on my nephew, Xavier McKinney. Now they all catching up. Keep putting it down, man. Hey, saw that man. He was like a sophomore in high school or something like that. I was like, I told him way back when. I was like, dang, bro, you going to the league. And his defensive back coach, what was it? Jermaine Phillips from UGA was his defensive backs coach at Roswell. I was like, damn, that's hard. Love me some Xavier McKinney, man. The X Factor. My favorite player in the entire draft. All right, so let's go. Fastest time. Man. Fastest time. Who's the fastest out there? Man, that's a tough question. I think a lot of these guys are going to run actually very well. Very well. Y'all give me y'all's thoughts on who you think is going to run the fastest 40 time. It's usually somebody you don't know or you're not recognizing. How about this? Give me the fastest 40 time out of all the guys that were in heavy rotation on the channel, right? A lot of these teams that I cover are in and around that, maybe the more name brand type guys. Don't ask me about college football teams and stuff. Don't start that today, man. Just worry about the content that I provide and stuff like that, bro. You fantasizing about what college football team I rep or stuff like that, got nothing to do with nothing. Let's worry about them white lines, baby. Let's worry about cloud coverage or something like that, man. Ask me about buzz coverage. Let's do something like that. Be like, what team do you rep, man? I gotta do anything. I rep Top Billin. That's the team that I rep. Let's go. What's up, Josh? CJ Henderson. That is a great pick. CJ Henderson. I think he's going to run a fast time. I think about all the guys with track backgrounds. That's what I always immediately go to. What is Trayvon Diggs' track background? Notre Dame or Auburn DB. So Troy Pride or Noah Igbenogany. Man, that's hard. You feel like CJ is being slept on? I don't know about that. He came into the entire season, right? The number one rated cornerback in the country, in my opinion, right? Or at least from a hype standpoint. He did not have a good season, right? His tackling was extra soft, and he was getting beat downfield a lot. But that doesn't mean he's not completely talented. We've seen that to junior defensive backs and junior players in general who may be trying to save themselves for the league or something like that. It's like saving yourself for marriage, man. But his talent is still his talent. He's very talented. And this should be his time to shine right here as far as getting off in this combine. Pause. about AJ Terrell. That's what I feel is being slept on. You know, that's my dude. He had a bad national championship game, national TV. Everybody always equates everything that you do, right? That'll be his entire career for, you know what I'm saying, lame-ass non-football people. They'll take that one game and extrapolate that shit to his entire career, but not knowing that all the great football that he's played. We're talking about defensive backs here. Don't start talking about nothing outside of defensive backs. Let's do it. Let's get these boys their shine. Don't try to interject your own thing onto the conversation. What about JRE? Auburn will have 2 4-3 corners. Oh, yeah. The other guy left what's his name? Is Javaris Davis in this shit? Somebody let me know. Is Javaris Davis in here? Turner Muse over or under 4.6? I heard some freaky shit about Turner Muse. I'm hearing he'll hit 4.4. I've been hearing that for a long time, though, from people inside the program. They say he's one of the freakiest athletes. What did he test in his vertical leap? That'll let me know a little something about Turner Muse. Anybody know that? What's up, Darnell? Davis is in it? Wow. So Auburn lost their top 2 cornerbacks? Yikes. All right, Damon Arnett. And remember, I'm a little bit behind. I'm streaming this bad boy, so I'm a little bit behind y'all. Trajan Bandy. That dude's a good player from Miami. I love when I covered Miami rivals, man. He came in right away as a true freshman and was balling out. What's Damon Arnett running? 4.57. I had a 4.5. Let me go back and look at if I can find my community post here. I said that I had Damon Arnett 4.48. Oh, 4.57. Yikes. Not tall enough to be running in the 4.5, so damn, Trajan Bandy's 5'7" 3/4. Can't be lying about your height, man. You'll eventually get found out. And the top safety, I don't know about that, man. Auburn didn't have no top safety to be losing. Which top safety was this? Because their safeties, to me, were a liability. Trajan Bandy has to have a fast time. You can't be 5'7" and not run a fast time. 4.5 at 5'7", he's going to be labeled an inside corner or whatever like that. His tape is going to speak for itself. However, man, that you know how these NFL people are. They're so dumb. They take this combine shit way too seriously. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's a big knock on Trajan right there. He needs to run faster a second time. If you're new to the channel, please don't come here asking me my thoughts on, like, super popular players. Like, that is hella annoying. You know, come on, I have a college football channel where I cover these certain teams and stuff. You're going to ask me about the most popular players on these teams? Like, you know that I've already talked about this ad nauseum. I would simply just search, do your research that way. Sorry, man, I'm not a nice person. I don't like having to repeat myself. I've always been like that since I was a little kid. You got Okuda going 4.49. Thank you. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Let's go, baby. Mississippi State, man. Mississippi State be putting out some good defensive backs to me. Just a great defensive outfit, man. And you think about the defensive coaches that have come through Mississippi State, whether it be Dr. Pressure, Todd Grantham, Manny Diaz, Jeff Collins, the head coach at Georgia Tech. What's my opinion on Tragic Surtain? Murph, what's your opinion on Joe Burrow? Used to be these dudes, they just stop. They're like, hey, look, a live stream. Let me click on it and ask a question. I've always been that dude, man. You know what I'm saying? We was out there mobbing, me and my boys. We come into a party or a room or something like that. We instantly surveying. I was never the type of cat, no matter what, I was going to come up into a spot and try to be loud. I got to survey the land and let you know what I'm saying, and know what's going on. Come on, Cam Dantzler. 4.6 for Cam Dantzler. What do I have on Cam Dantzler? I said 4.53. Damn, Cam Dantzler's a long dude, though, but you're going to have to be a press man corner running something like that, or you're going to have to be a pure cover 2 scheme. All right, Javaris Davis, here we go. Remember, I'm a little bit behind y'all, so you know what I mean? Javaris Davis is 5'8.5"? What was he listed at? I hate that. Don't lie about your height. You're going to get found out eventually. Then it makes people disappointed. These NFL brass, right? You're better off letting them like you as a 5'8" corner than being like 5'10", 5'11", and then shrinking. He gone. He getting it, though. 4.40 for Javaris Davis. So what did he say, my man up there? What he said, 2.43 corners for Auburn? Not quite. Close, though. Close. Don't ask me about favorite teams. Anybody come in and you see somebody ask me about favorite teams and shit like that, tell them to just please exit. We're not talking about fandom here, baby. This is top billing, man. We talking about what goes on between the white lines and shit like that. My favorite team. What is that going to do for you? Talk about my favorite backpedaling technique or some shit. No, I don't know her, J. Roth. No hearts up on top billing. We gotta let you go, bro. Only person who should be using hearts talking to me is my wife. Gotta get you out of here, bro. I don't do that shit, bro. You got nutmeg in your tank. All right, let's go. Christian Fulton. What y'all got on Christian Fulton? Oh, hold on. No, that's right. Y'all already know. Y'all gonna trick me and shit. Y'all gonna have his time exactly. What did I say for Christian Fulton? I got it out there already, though. I said 4.51 for Fulton. All right, he's off. I don't know. He's getting it. He look like he might be 4.47. Oh, that's perfect for Christian Fulton. He needed to run that. There had to have been questions about him with how easy T. Higgins and Justin Ross was getting over top of him, in the national championship game. So that's a very good time for Christian Fulton. Physical corner can hit. I like Christian Fulton, man. But Christian Fulton about 32 years old, though. Should that count? You know what I'm saying? Me and Christian Fulton was in the same class and shit. I'm like, damn, Christian, what you doing in college, bro? Let's go. Jeff Gladney, 4.49. We're getting some pretty decent times here. All right, y'all. What's up? I'm about to go to commercial. What y'all want to talk about? CJ runs a 4.3. 4.3? CJ got them long 4.3. Man, what did I say on CJ? I said 4.43. So he could perhaps run a 4.3. I got him at 4.43. I think CJ Henderson, maybe more of a sprinter. Like if this were 100 yards. What do y'all think about that, man? I would love for them to time them in longer distances. Or time them where they've already started, right? Like maybe they already have a 10-yard start and then see if from 10 to 50, right? They'll time their 40 from 10 to 50 when they already ran 10 yards. That shit will be hard. What's up, Rusty? VT Dub. He everywhere. Always there. CJ runs 4.3. Everybody saying 4.3 for CJ. Fulton 4.47. All right, give me some other cats out there. What about my boy Xavier McKinney, the X Factor? What do y'all think Xavier McKinney's going to run? Why would JRE go undrafted? I'm confused by that. He played high-level football for a high-level defense and was very impactful. So I don't see why he would go undrafted if that's what you meant. I don't know what unstaffed is. 4.52 for Xavier McKinney. Give me some more times for Xavier McKinney. What do y'all think he runs? X45, says Byron. You got to give me the exact, all three digits. Don't say 4.5. That lets me know, you know what I mean? That lets me know if you guys are real football heads or not, man. Y'all saying 4.5. There's a difference between 4.50 and 4.59. So give me the exact down to the 10th. 4.48. That's hard. 454, 451, 452. You heard some rumors on a draft? What the fuck? Come on, David Heath. You've been disappointing me for a long time. You're my boy, but you've been disappointing me for a long time. How you hear rumors on a draft? How they going to rumor that somebody's going to go undrafted in a 7-round draft? 448 says Arkevius Cook. Byron says 450. 452 for Flow 04. If Grant Delpit didn't have a bruised vagina, what would he run? Don't be coming up in here asking for no illegal links and shit, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Go do that shit somewhere else. You ain't trying to get me shut down up in here. Just coming here asking for illegal links and shit. YouTube probably watching. Fuck out of here, man. Type of motherfucker come here and be like, does anybody got some crack I can buy? You dog, you some undercover or something like that. No, I will not sell you crack with you saying it out loud. All right, let's go. AJ Green, 449. CJ ran a 439. What does that mean? I'm behind? Damn, he ran that 439? Grant 441 to 439? Shit, I don't know about that. See, that's what people like Grant Delpit, right? Where they got that bruised vagina. If you were gonna run that fast, why not run? To me, when you don't run, bro, I question all kinds of shit. Let's go. All right, they about to show CJ right now. Grant Delpit was sorry last season. He had his moments where he was still very good, but overall, he didn't play like you thought he was going to play. Now CJ Henderson's only 6 foot and 3/4. He's not even 6'2". What happened, bro? I'm confused as why this dude asking me top 3 rookie wide receivers from last year. What's wrong with you, dog? Don't you know I spaz? Don't you know I'm ghetto? I spaz on people. Let's go. CJ got that super sprinter. That's how you do it. He ran exactly 439. He ran it exactly how you're supposed to do, right? You had your starting phase, then you had your middle, and then your apex, your drive phase. He ran that shit perfectly. You could tell he has. Some of these guys, it's an art to running this shit. Some of these guys may be faster than you think. They just don't know how to run the 40. They'll blow their shit right away coming out the gate. But there's an art to running it, and that's how you run it. Just how CJ did. 439, that's very good. 445 from McKinney, that's hard. Did I talk about Isaiah Simmons yet? Ain't really much to talk about, bro. I haven't talked about him for 2 years, bro. We know he's the freak. That's what I'm saying. Why are people surprised? Like, we already talked about Isaiah Simmons ad nauseum for the entire time I was covering Clemson. It was the biggest freak in all of football. Hey, where's the old boy at, though, that said that Kenneth Murray would run or Patrick Queen would be, he said hands down Patrick Queen was going to run a faster time than Kenneth Murray. And then he doubled down on it and said we could block him. All right, Playboy, peace. All right, bro, you're doing too much of this Oregon shit. We're not, you know what I'm saying? I think you going to, you know what I'm saying? You've come to the wrong place. We're talking about the draft right now. We're not talking about Kayvon Thibodeau. We're talking about the combine. My man said, saw my vid the other day about the direction of the channel. Keep doing whatever you love doing and fuck the haters. I hear that's easy for you guys to say, man, but I don't like people trying to ride my wave to the top. Who else we got here? All right, on the second heat. Hopefully they just go all the way through. Damn, I missed Darnay Holmes. What did Darnay Holmes run? Damn, we didn't say. Where's Trayvon Diggs? Oh, don't tell me he bruised vagina in this shit. Uh-oh. Y'all say here go a Cuda. I'm told you I'm streaming behind, so I'm going to have to block y'all. so y'all don't ruin my live reaction show. So I can't see what y'all are saying, so it's going to be a little bit of delay here. So I got a filibuster. What the fuck is this? But yeah, that dude talking about the direction of the challenge. Like, come on, fam. I hate. We're talking about something. You got some dude, whatever. It start off in some totally different market. Then he'll see some shit is popping, or whomever. He's like, hey man, let me copy that and try to talk about this, right? So that's like a amateur way of trying to build yourself up. You're gonna ride off the wave of somebody else, try to talk about the stuff that they're talking about, have your videos recommended next to theirs and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. I don't like that type of stuff. That's me though. I'm all about originality, creativity. So hopefully y'all see that my stuff always stands out different from the whether you think it's whatever, but you know that I'm being myself. These other dudes are being myself too. And if y'all see, I try to, as much shit as I know, I try to stay within the scope of what I do know and try to master it. These dudes be out here, this goofball shit. They don't know these dudes how to say their names correctly and shit. They only know surface level players. I'll talk about the running back. Like, come on, everybody know that shit. Talk about the 15th lineman on the team. That's what I do. All right, here we go. Darnay Holmes. Darnay might not be running a fast time. 4.51. What did he measure in that? Not bad. Igbenogany. You better run that 4.3. I don't know. Igbenogany came out the gate kind of suspect. 4.48. Didn't run a 4.3. So neither one of them Auburn dudes ran a 4.3. Oh, 4.6 for the Pitt guy. Lamar Jackson back up in the building. How many Lamar Jacksons had there been out there? Jalen Johnson. This is my boy Coach Hall's favorite dude. Coach Hall, I think, is right there at the combine right now. 4.51. He thinks he could end up being the best defensive back to come out this draft. Remember, Coach was the former interim head coach at Oregon State a couple of seasons ago. 4.45 for the Iowa dude. Iowa will be producing some dudes, man. All right, here go your boy Jeffrey Okudah. 6'1" and 1/8. What happened to? Was he listed at 6'1" or 6'2"? Oh, I don't know. So he false started. So judging by that how he came out the gate right there, I don't know about that. He's walking back right now. I don't know. Him coming out the gate right there, that looked like a 4.4 to me. I feel like I could tell within the first few steps. We'll see if I can do that. That looked like a 4.4 something. We'll see what his top end speed is like. Got them Adidas cheetahs. The Adidas cheetahs. To me, this is like when it takes you a long time to run, like what have you been practicing? You already know what you can do. You can't be over the line. You know what I'm saying? You should have been practicing this already. You know you have to hold it. His drive phase looks pretty good. 4.48. There you go. There you go. All right, I'm back. We back. Where we at? Uh-oh. All right. Where we at, y'all? What did I miss? You think Xavier goes 4.42? What's up, John Rayner? Best cornerback in the draft. I got to go with Okudah until told otherwise. Did Henderson run? Oh, yeah, that's right. He did run 4.39. Coming into the season, right? So if we go by their sophomore seasons, Henderson had a better sophomore season than Okudah. Okudah finished strong. How do you If you're a GM out there, that's why I always like, you know what I'm saying? GMs have to think about more than just what somebody just originally did. Like, what did they do before and why didn't it go that way as well? That's something that I'm always thinking about, right? Even with a guy like Joe Burrow, why such a big jump from one season to the next, right? Why did he look like a fifth or sixth round draft pick, maybe an undrafted free agent, to being the best quarterback in the draft all in the span of one season? Like, that's the kind of stuff that you have to think of as a GM. Well, I think Delpa might run. I think he would have already ran if he ran. To me, I don't give a damn what you run if you don't run it at the combine. I don't take it seriously. Think about all these times we heard people were going to run, right, 4.19s and shit like that. You got to run it at the combine, man. You got somebody hand timing you at your own pro day. You know what I mean? Like, what's up, B. Wyman? What did you call QB 009? John Reed from Penn State. Let's go. Oh, come on, John Reed. I like John Reed. Penn State got a grip of DBs coming back that's going to be hot. Damn, somebody just ruined this shit for me. I ain't fucking need you to. I told you I'm behind. I'm going to have to block you, fam. You don't understand the rules. Man, John Reed's about to fall out. I'm going to have to stream this live with no live chat so people don't ruin the instant reaction. I told people I'm streaming. Don't talk about this shit until I talk about it. John Reed is your cousin? That's dope. I like John Reed, man. Underrated corner coming out of the draft, maybe Stanford Samuels. He doesn't get a lot of publicity, but he's played some decently good football at Florida State. Stanford shrunk. He's 6'1". Damn, Stanford Samuels. Whoo. 4.66. Ooh, man. I remember he played safety at a time, so that makes you think about that, right? When Harlan Barnett came in with that quarters coverage scheme, they moved him to safety, which is essentially an inside corner because you get anything going vertical and you're damn near 7 yards off the line of scrimmage, but still, maybe something he may need to think about running a 4.6 in the NFL. Josiah Scott, he's a very underrated corner too at Michigan State. All right, y'all. When these 40s is over, your boy is deuces. All right, here go my boy AJ Terrell is up. I already know what he ran now because of these goofballs up in the comment section here. 6'1" and 1/8, 195. My dog. Hell, he got a damn good start. AJ moving, man. Now what? Where's Coach K at now? Coach K, where you at, Playboy? Me and Coach been arguing over AJ Terrell the entire season. Ooh. So overall, man, some pretty good times here, right? Going through the first wave of these guys. Nothing too earth shattering. The Stanford Samuels time, that ain't good. Love to see a kid from Georgia Southern at the combine. That's hard. My man from Georgia Southern needs to learn to pump them arms, though. He had the arms all back. Pump them arms. Get that momentum going. Which DB will be good for the Saints? AJ Terrell. Nice outside corner with some speed. Diggs to the Vikings? That would be hard. He gonna go to the Vikings. His older brother is a free agent though, right? He gonna leave. He might leave. Christopher says, "This is my favorite sports channel, bar none. You make the game more interesting. Your knowledge is second to none. Thank you, sir, from a Bama fan. With all respect, appreciate you, Playboy. Salute." Where we at? Damn, I almost forgot this was a super chat. We had one super chat. That's why I don't stream anymore. If you were Dave Gentleman, I don't know who Dave Gentleman is. You mean Dave Gettleman? Are you going with the flashy picks in Simmons or picking one of those tackles? I'm picking one of those tackles, man. I got to save Daniel Jones from being on the ground a lot. I know it's cool to have a fast linebacker or whatever like that, but you got to get one of those tackles, man. You need it bad, and the Giants have been needing tackles for a long time, it feels like. Nate Solder. Oh, hold on, I'm talking to Coach K right here. Pete Wyman says salute. There we go. We finally got a super chat. What did you think Simmons was going to run before yesterday? Probably a 4.4 something. 4.43 or something like that. Man, it's all good, bro. It's the thought that counts. You know what I mean, B. Wyman? Good luck getting that J.O., though. Oh, it's trade rumors for Diggs, for Trayvon Diggs? Stephon Diggs? Need to trade that man to the Patriots. How about that? Samuel Sanders needed a good 40 times. Saw him going in the third to the Saints. Samuel Sanders, who the hell is that? Come on, B. Wyman, you struggling. You mean Stanford Samuels? I'm confused by that, B. Wyman. Stanford Samuels? Cam Jordan. All right, here we go. Back on. Remember, I'm streaming for people watching this on a replay, so I'm a little bit behind. Damon Arnett, second run. Same as the first. Yikes. 4.57 for a shorter Damon Arnett. That might not fly. Sang Bassi? Got worse the second time. I want that adrenaline dump gets people right from running the first, because you'll rarely see faster times the second time around. So Brian Cole ran a slower time. Javaris Davis. Man, why didn't he put his time up there? Dang, what did they say Javaris Davis' second time was? They didn't put it up there. And I don't have the sound up. What's my opinion on Vic Beasley as a free agent? I don't know. Vic, he's too inconsistent, in my opinion. He's very talented, though. What's going on, bro? Israel. Yeah, that 4.30 by Gidry. What did I say? They asked me who's going to run the fastest 40 time. I say it's always somebody you don't know. All right, here we go. Christian Fulton back up. .447 on his first time. 4.53 on the second time. So what do you do with the type of discrepancy right there from 4.47 to 4.53? What do you do? What do you do? Jeff Gladney. Somebody, any mods in here? Cause somebody blocked these people asking me questions like who I think gonna win a national championship and stuff like that. Like, if you ain't never been on the channel, bro, just like relax and see what the vibe is about. I wouldn't answer that shit if we were damn near 3 weeks out from the Natty. That's not what we do here at this channel. VT Dub in the building. What up, Murf? How important is the 40 for DBs? The 40 for DBs is the most important to me out of all of the positions, DBs and wide receivers. You can actually see them run in a straight line for 40. However, it's not as important as some might think, right? Maybe in certain situations, but it's not the end-all, be-all if you don't run a fast 40 time, right? You still have to – it's still a sport where you have to understand the nuances of the sport. A guy like Michael Thomas, to me, the best receiver in the NFL, not fast at all, but ain't nobody better than this Mama Jumma, because he understands how to play the sport of football and how to master his own position, right? So coming in and out of your transitions, maybe some of those shuttle times are pretty important. But for one thing, these 40 times to me sometimes go beyond the actual time itself. Sometimes it goes from a competition factor. Like, who wants to compete? Some of these guys sitting out with bruised vaginas and shit like that, you have to kind of like, you know what I'm saying? What's the competition like in these guys? If the going gets tough, like, will they back out? You know what I mean? I understand it's a business and you don't want to run a slow time on national TV, but guess what? Isaiah Simmons has a lot to lose, right? You know what I mean? He still ran. You know what I'm saying? So I always think about it like that. It's from a competition factor, but you want to see who's going to step up to the plate. But it's not the end-all, be-all if you don't run a fast time, because a lot of these schemes are different, right? You got how fast of a time do you need to run a scheme that's zone-based, where you have a sideline as your defender or you're only covering a certain amount of the field. So, all right, so in your video, got to mention UJ, huh? DBs, you said it was all about straight line. Could you go into more? I think I did that for you, bro. I didn't even have to read the rest of your question. Also, they are breaking this up in the heats. Damn. So they're going to do everybody all at once. So I can go ahead and get up out of here. You're going to say it, go Tigers? Like, what? Somebody block this dude, please. Cheerleading up on the channel. We're talking football, man. Would you run up into somebody, you know what I'm saying, a group of men and be like, go Tigers? Like what is that going to do for you? Like, we're grown men here, baby. And cheerleading and shit like that, bro. Get a thong. What was CJ's second score? I don't know yet. Don't ruin it for your boy. I don't understand that, man. I hate when people come up on their channels. Like it's like some of that shit flies. Like not everything flies with everyone. I think that's why people get me misconstrued. Like just a lot of shit just don't fly with me, right? Like if it's within the scope of some shit that fly with me, I'm cool with it. But how many times I gotta say, don't come up on my channel cheerleading? I don't like think about the people. I'm right now. I'm texting with my big bro who's Coach Kenyatta Watson. Do you think we talking football and shit like that? And we're just like, go Tigers. Like that's not that shit. That's not my life. I'm not a fan like that, so it's not gonna fly with me. Like I try to treat y'all right. I try to empower y'all and almost pretend like you guys are like my homies, right? My actual football homies that I converse with on a daily basis. Coach K and I talk 55,000 times a day. We ain't saying go Tigers and shit like that. We talking about actual football shit. And speaking of anybody interested in what Coach K with the USA Academy? Anybody been keeping up with the USA Academy that Coach K's building out there? Watson, the DB at Texas. Well, his father, obviously, but yes, his dad. I'm cringing over here in my soul with all these Go Tigers. You should be, bro. Who I think was the biggest winner. Come on, let the combine play out, bro. We still got a whole bunch of people to go. You love the Watson kid is going to be a stud. I completely agree. He's going to kill it. He's going to kill it as soon as this year, too. All right, Leo, man. I appreciate you liking the channel and stuff like that, bro. But I don't. I think you may not be mature enough to be on this channel. At least football mature. So, like, there's a whole grip of channels that shit will fly at. Just go over there. That shit. It's not that hard. Igbenogany with a 4.53. So we were sold a bill of goods on Noah Igbenogany's speed, and this is something that I saw when he was playing football, and I'm like, why do people keep thinking this dude is that fast? He did not look that fast to me. He looked more like he would be a good kind of zone corner to me. And a 4.53 and a 4.48, it's all good. You hope Texas wins the Big 12. Tired of OU cooking. I make your boy Coach K happy. He can play nickel. Igbenogany. To me, you have to have great change of direction to be a nickel, like a Trajan Bandy. I think he has great change of direction. If they were to move him to a nickel, I think he'd compete, very physical. Igbenogany, I don't know. I do like Igbenogany in the return game, though. So just to let you know, right, you can play football. Like Gilbert Arenas. Not Gilbert Arenas, but Javier Arenas. Remember him? Didn't run a fast 40 time, but one of the better kick returners that we've ever seen. He understood how to set up blocks. He understood some of the approaches that they were doing at Alabama in that in those special team schemes, right, when he was returning kicks, right? It didn't really translate to the NFL, but I see a lot of that in Noah Igbenogany. Every time he's returning the ball, him and Christian Tuck. I bet you when Christian Tuck runs the 40 next season, if he comes out, I don't think he'll run that fast a time, but he's just a good football player. Yeah, the D'Angelo dude's not getting your joke, VT Dub. Like, he comes up anytime, anything. Anytime we're talking about anything. You can be like, oh, man, let's talk about water. They be like, Stingley drinks water. Jalen Johnson, 4.54. Yeah, 4.53 is solid. Yeah, not spectacular. So, but I'm just saying. So he came out early, right? When I didn't think he had that good a year. So me, if you come out early, you better be coming out killing the combine. So I think because if you look on film, you like, oh no, Igbenogany may have had some suspect games and was in some suspect situations. Then you go to the combine, you're like, oh, he ran a high 4.4, which was pretty good. Then he ran a 4.5, and you're like, probably a 4.5 old type kid right there. Not crazy measurables as far as his height, weight, speed, kind of shit like that. So I don't know, but these kids gonna do what they want to do. People hype on Colin Johnson. Yeah, I'm not a big Colin Johnson guy. I think he was playing injured, though. I know he was playing injured, though. All right, here's my live reaction, immediate reaction of Jeffrey Okudah running again. 4.48 was his first time. Jeff 4.50. See, that's what I'm saying. The thing about some of these guys, these people be getting gassed up off what they see or whatever like that. Then, you know what I'm saying, they come. I'm like, well, did you know who Jeffrey Okudah was before the playoffs? Like, you know what I mean? Like, he played good this entire junior season, but before then, he was kind of spotty. He was playing behind some people, and when he got in there, he had a good Rose Bowl game. I remember that or whatever, kind of a coming out party. But if you don't have a long history on somebody, seeing them in certain situations for multiple seasons, it's probably harder to gauge how fast they are. So this is about what I think of for Jeffrey Okudah when I see him actually play on. I don't think of him as some kind of speed demon freak type cat, right? Not to mention I saw him at various camps when he was in high school, and he wasn't just some type of athletic wonder or athletic marvel at that time. Like, I always thought AJ Terrell was more on the line of that. He won our Rivals Ill Speed Challenge when I worked there. AJ Terrell did. It's not a straight line thing, but you can just tell the type of explosive athleticism he has, kind of like a obstacle course kind of thing. So, but Okudah's a damn good football player. Stephon Gilmore, I love when that dude was coming up out there. Look at my boy Marshawn Lattimore. Look at that. Those are some three good-ass corners right there. So Marshawn ran a 4.36 and Gilmore ran a 4.40. Okudah ran a 4.48. Me and Coach was arguing about that. I'm like, bro, as that shit continues to go down the field, that shit it'll be separating like you wouldn't believe. But Marshawn Lattimore didn't have that good a season to me. I wonder if he was injured. 4.50 is good enough. That's solid for a guy that's 200 pounds. Yeah, what's 200 pounds about? Most of these dudes are going to weigh around 200 pounds. It's solid for it, you know what I'm saying? But we've seen, what does Marshawn Lattimore weigh? These dudes running in the 4.3s. Back when South Carolina was good, yeah. South Carolina was the truth back then. The pass interference in those cans are ridiculous. I hate that shit allows people to get by, right? There's this dude, he plays at Texas right now. His name is Anthony Cook, right? He was the most holdingest dude I ever seen at a camp. I hated watching him at a camp, right? He would get away. Nobody would say that shit. They would praise him. I'm like, when this dude gets to college, he's going to have a rude awakening because you can't hold people like that in college, obviously. You should not champion somebody for doing some shit that won't translate into the game. Now look at Anthony Cook. To me, he's struggling. He's about to get passed up by my boy's son, right? He's already passed up by my boy's son, technically, but we'll see. You know what I'm saying, they come to fruition or whatever like that. But it's just developing bad habits at these camps, and then these guys, these goofball ass ratings dudes or whatever like that, passing this shit and letting this shit go. If I was there, I'd be like, listen, bro, we're gonna put tennis balls in your hands, and then have you cover these guys like that, where you can't grab them. You don't have to grab somebody to be able to cover them. You cover with your feet. You don't cover with your hands. At least grabbing with your hands. Lattimore's next season is very big. He needs to bounce back from last season. Yeah, he does. All right, David, take it easy, bro. You was watching Rivals film and had to turn it off. I don't blame you, bro. Mari Cooper. I love Mari Cooper, man. That's my dude. Cook definitely holds too much. Hell yeah. Yeah, I think that Pro Bowl selection got to Lattimore's head. Lattimore had some success against Julio Jones, though, right? They be having some good battles. He'll give it to Julio, but Julio be giving it to him, too, though. Boss. Oh, you remember that, J-Dub? Anthony Cook always grabbing? Why did they let that shit go on? I don't see how that is beneficial to this guy in the future for his future career. And I don't see how you can rate someone high off of doing that type of shit, right? You can't do it in the game. Even the same kind of thing with some of these routes that these receivers run, right? You get free reign and zero coverage, and these dudes be doing like 8 different transitions within one route, right? With no help over the top, nothing like that. That should be crazy to me. I'm like, this is real? All right, they back. Troy Pride Jr. Let's get a 4-4 for Troy Pride. 4-4-6. There we go. Went from 4-4-5 to 4-4-6. John Reed back. Penn State. 4-5-0 twice. He is what he is. Interested to see if Stanford Samuels can improve on this. All right, here comes Stanford Samuels up next after Reggie Robinson here. Nah, Stanford looks slow as shit, man. Coming out the gate and everything. 4-7-1. Oh, my God. You see how slow Stanford Samuels was running? He looked slow. All right, Josiah Scott. And then my boy AJ. All right, here's AJ number 2. 4-4-3 on his first run. AJ's fluid, man. 4-4-3 twice. Let's go, baby. Kendall Wilder? All right, y'all, I'm back on the chat. Let's go. That's slow even for a safety. Talking about Stanford Samuel. Yeah, he ain't do himself no anybody comes in here cheerleading with the goal, anything, I'm sorry, I gotta block you. So it's not the type of channel, man. Learn your surroundings. Lattimore can play, but he's too talented to give us some of the big plays in key situations. Yeah, Brandon Cooks was getting in his ass too. I remember in that Los Angeles Rams game, like the second game of the season. Justin Flo was crazy aggressive at a camp. People would have got swung on. I was promoting a kid, right? A tight end, and he went against a couple of reps against his name was Garmin Randolph. He went a couple of reps against Justin Flo. And Flo like flipped his ass. I was like, damn. I think it stole my man's soul too. He was never the same after that. And he ended up being a defensive end. He went to Baylor as a defensive end. Justin stole his soul. He said Samuel's going to get moved to safety. You mean again? He was a safety at Florida State as a sophomore. Take on me. With a Gladney run? I'm not sure. Things moving like previous Florida State DB that went undrafted last year. Oh, you talking about dang, it was a long Tavares McFadden, I think, something like that. Nah, Xavier McKinney hasn't run yet. I thought everybody was gonna run all of the same heat. I'm about to have to get off here in a second, bro, because I'm not gonna watch them go through these drills and then come back. You know, I think Okudah looked stiff on both his runs. No, he looked like he normally look. I think y'all want him to be something that he's not. Fulton ran an official 4.47. That's what's up. Adam Thielen stayed giving Lattimore the blues. That's a tough cover. Adam Thielen's a tough cover, man. He's shifty and he has really good hands. And he has really good size. Pause. Who else gives Lattimore the blues? Lattimore had a suspect season, man. I was watching. I was like, come on. What is he doing? Come on, Lattimore. Nobody more suspect than Eli Apple, though. He got to get gone. I can't take Eli Apple. They got to get him off the NFL. Something about Eli Apple just be rubbing me the wrong way. Pause. J.R. Reed is not in this heap. Yeah, he's god-awful. Eli Apple is god-awful. Shout-outs to Janoris Jenkins, man, coming in and kind of making that a little bit more stable at that position. But Eli Apple is terrible. He was pretty good in college, though, at Ohio State, but shit. Eli Apple got nutmeg in his tank, too. You know he be at back streets. He be at back streets like, work. And his mom's babied him and shit like that. Come on, Eli Apple. What's wrong with you, bro? He's a bust. I'm gonna have to agree with you. Eli Apple's a bust. Eli Apple is a bust. I'd have a hard time signing him any kind of significant contract. He don't have to play for the league minimum. Eli Apple is Michael Blackson's nephew. Yeah, we all know that, bro. They only showed that shit 4,000 times in college. Every time Michael Blackson showed up to one of those games. What else do we know out there? My man coming in with the information that everybody already knows. Who else they do that every time that they talk about a kid? They say the same shit over and over and over and over. Give me some of those situations like that. His mama harder than him. Hell yeah. I'm not sure what they would have seen in Eli Apple coming from the Giants because he wasn't good. Yes, we definitely already know that Dwight Howard and Josh Smith played on the same AAU team, Malik. We already know that. Give me something else. One of those things that they say every single time that they mention someone. Yes, we know Bo Nick's dad played at Auburn and he grew up at Auburn fan. Eli Apple is beyond suspect. That man guilty. Yes, we know that Nick Bosa and Joey Bosa are brothers. They ain't got to keep telling us this. We already know Sam Ellinger grew up a Texas fan. Why they got to keep telling us that shit? Kyle Trask, he never started a game in high school, and they don't have to keep telling us that. We understood the first 15 times they said it. What's up, Quentin? Yes, we know about the Charlie Brewer dad thing, right? And how much that game means to him when they play Texas. We already know that Hollywood Brown and Antonio Brown are cousins. You please don't not tell us that shit anymore, Gus Johnson. I did not know that Joe Burrow played video games with Nick Bosa. But that is hard. Jake Fromm played in the Little League World Series. For some odd reason, Vern Lundquist didn't think we heard him the first 13 times. Matt Stafford and Clayton Kershaw from the Dodgers. He's still on the Dodgers. Did you know that they went to the same high school? Yes, we did, because you've only said that shit 50 times. Michael Thomas been related to Keyshawn Johnson. I'm pretty sure we know that now, because you said every single time he catches a pass, and he catches 10 per game. We already know Clyde Edwards-Helaire plays like he's 6'3", 270 pounds. Uh-oh, Coach K calling in. What up, homie? You scared? What you doing, bro? You scared? You want to hop on? Put you on? Oh, you want to get put on? All right, y'all. We about to put Coach K on right here. He think he be messing with me with this. He can't mess with me. What up, Coach?
What's going on?
What's up, bro? What you think about some of these times?
I think this year, man, like you and I have been going back and forth via text messages, but we think he is going to run.
Yep.
This has been one of the years we've seen a lot of abnormally fast time at every position.
Yeah, at every position. The offensive lineman and everything.
But you know what? I'm going to tell you, I attribute that to the strength and conditioning programs have gotten so much better. These guys' focus is not like it used to be with the barbaric lifts.
That's true.
We're just going to power clean squat, and that's it. They've now incorporated a lot of speed and explosive type training, different things like that. The nutrition piece has also been amazing at the college level. It's been just as big a focus as the weight room has, and you're seeing it in these times. I'm a firm believer that you're seeing it in the way that these kids are performing at the combine.
Yeah, you can super chat a question for Coach K. Coach K, D'Angelo Cranston says, Coach K, huge fan. I got the Texas number 2 jersey in white.
Let's go.
Let's go. Well, so what's that kid gonna do this? I'm so excited to see that man play this year. What's popping over there at Texas?
Well, right now he's 200 pounds on his nose.
He's 200 pounds?
Yeah, he's 200 pounds now. He just literally texted me today. He was like, Dad, I hit 23 miles per hour on the catapult.
23 miles per hour?
23 miles per hour on the catapult. And we always knew he can run, though, but, he's going to start this year. He'll be a starter this year. They're playing a freshman for the Southers. That's his right into his wheelhouse. He's excited. He's had an unbelievable offseason thus far and talking to the coaches. I just honestly don't know. Well, they're going to play him probably everywhere. You're going to see him at some free safety, at nickel, and definitely at corner.
What do you say? He's going to play free safety, nickel, and corner?
Yeah, he's going to be all over the field.
Wow. That's hard. And we were just talking about some of these guys that played under Chris Ash at Ohio State. Because we were just talking about some of these DBs and stuff like that, like a Marshawn Lattimore and these guys that were there. So he's get to work with with a really talented coach now, and not like what he was working with previously. I don't know if you want to say anything about that.
No comment on that.
No comment. He says no comment on that.
No comment.
All right, VCW. What was your question you wanted for Coach K? Because what do you think about some of these times today, like a Jeffrey Okuda? Would you say he was going to run?
I'm a little shocked. I thought Jeffrey would run a little fast. I literally had Jeffrey and AJ Terrell's times reversed. I thought AJ would run 4.5,
yep,
4.50, and I thought Okuda would run like 4.48 around that. So I'm happy for AJ. Kenyatta trains with him.
Yep.
And I'm really happy for him. I'm happy for the kid, first of all, because, the last time he stepped on the field, it wasn't his best.
No.
And, that truly shows the type of competitor and character that he has to put in that work and to come back and perform the way he did thus far at the combine. So kudos to him, man. Happy for him, happy for his family. I think he's going to be a really good pro.
What are some of the things that you see from AJ Terrell when you're out there, when Kenyatta's out there training with him, that you think can make him special in the NFL?
First of all, he's about his business. He's not talking. He's not fooling around. He's there to work in and he does an exceptional job at that. But one of the things that stand out to me most about him is he takes the time to help and correct younger guys.
Really?
And technique stuff. Yeah. He's very, takes pictures with the young guys and stuff like that. And that stood out to me more than his athletic ability. Type of person that he is. You know, he's a really good kid, man. He's really humble. You know, last time, you know, we saw him train last year after the Alabama National Championship game, man. He came out there to work like he's a regular guy that didn't do anything. So, I mean, that type of mentality and the way he prepares, takes care of his body, that's going to make him, it's going to be one of the things that makes him a great pro.
Do you think people put too much stock into individual game situations, right? If you're an evaluator, like you are, right? We're seeing you construct a team right here in our face. You're putting together USA Academy. Would you put that much stock on one single game like people were doing with A.J. Terrell when he had a tough game in the national championship game?
No, and you can't. So for those who know football, you have to know this. He was in phase, but I tell people this all the time. A great throw, great coverage every time. It wasn't like he was getting run by and the guy had 3, 4, 5 yards of separation. He was in phase. Joe Burrow was just locked in to the point where he was making, I guarantee you 9 out of 10 times he won't make that throw in the game again. Okay, so, you know, the thing about it, and here's another thing. I don't think you could put that much stock in what they do in the combine either, because you could train a dog to do tricks. But what does he do every other time? What does he do? What is his normal behavior like? You know, you see a damn bear riding a tricycle in the circus. That ain't what bears do. Bears are out here creating havoc, tearing up shit. But you could train anybody to do something for 1 moment.
All right. All right. Of course, when you're on here, the University of Georgia has to get mentioned. For some odd reason, you've become synonymous with the University of Georgia. So, VTW, in typical VTW fashion, I think we always want to talk about Georgia, and don't always want to talk about Georgia. But
let's talk about Georgia.
Well, he's got a question for you, Coach. Listen, he says.
Okay, what's the question?
What up, Coach K? Why isn't UGA recruiting the state of Georgia like they used to? UGA loses a lot of talent, top talent in the state. Has Kirby put too much value in recruiting the nation?
I'm biased. I think the state of Georgia has now become one of the top 2 states in producing talent. But at the end of the day, when Kirby's able to do what he's doing right now because he's winning, you know, he's building a national program. And sometimes, as you see, some of the kids in the state want to go elsewhere. So you can't put all your eggs in one basket for kids in the state, and then they decide, hey, we put all these recruiting these kids. And he's like Owen. Owen never wanted to go to Auburn. You know, I mean, he never wanted to go to Georgia, but he ended up at Auburn.
Yeah.
So it gets to a point where you have to recruit who wants to be recruited by you, if that makes sense.
Got you. All right, so what were you about to say before I said that?
No, I was just about to say,
I know you're tired of talking about Georgia, bro.
Right, and I said this in the article. 2 weeks ago, Sports Illustrated article, I think that Kirby's going to win a national championship here soon. Nick Saban his first 4 years didn't win one. Pete Carroll didn't win one. You got to go through your bumps and bruises. I just have a weird feeling that he's going to win one here soon. I think he's going to happen. He's put too much talent together in such a short period of time, and they've played Alabama tougher every time that they've faced them. That's been their nemesis. I just think that, you know, I think that Florida now has come on. Florida's going to be tough as hell to beat this year. But if they can beat them, I really think that within these next 2 to 3 years, he's going to win one.
This guy says that Georgia might be tied third, the best talent in the state with California. What do you think about that? Who was your top 2 states? Who's number 1?
Well, here's the thing. Well, I can't say that because here's why. We're significantly smaller than Florida,
exactly,
in California, but we're producing just as much talent. So I'm always going to go with the smaller state that's producing the same amount. Look at the 2019 class. State of Georgia had more top guys than Florida, had more top guys in California, had more top guys than Texas. The little tiny state of Georgia.
All right, this dude makes a good question that me and you have both mentioned in the past and a lot of people don't really think about. He says a lot of the kids in Georgia are not homegrown talent. Their parents have moved to the state from elsewhere, and you're one of those people, right?
Correct.
So could that be a reason?
So kids did not grow up knowing about the Georgia-Auburn, the South's oldest rivalry, or the Georgia-Florida game, the importance of it. They didn't grow up like that. They moved to Atlanta because their parents grew up in California. They grew up in California. Parents got job transferred in here, so now they're here. So a lot goes into recruiting your state. Now, you do have some kids. The kids that he has signed have been freaking unbelievable. You know, you just got Nolan Smith, got Dominic Blaylock. You know, I mean, this year you got the number one and number two
Trayvon Walker
in the country. Trayvon Walker, right. This year you got the number one, number two offensive tackles in the country, right out of Georgia. So, I mean, I get it. But what he's doing is he's recruiting based out of need. And guess what? If the need, a kid from Las Vegas is better than a kid in Georgia, you got to go get the kid from Las Vegas. I mean, that's business.
That's hard. That's hard. All right, Coach, could you tell us about USA Academy, man, and for all these people here that may not know about USA Academy?
The USA Academy is we're a boarding high school, 9 through 12. We're located in Montgomery, Alabama. Same focus as IMG. You know, we're giving kids the opportunity to play high-level football. We probably have the toughest schedule in the nation this year, hands down. Teams that we're playing. There's going to be a lot of exposure. It's just, again, a great opportunity.
Tell us some of the teams that you're playing before you continue with that.
We're playing St. Francis from Maryland. We're playing IMG. We're playing Good Counsel. We're playing St. Peter's Prep. We're playing Riverside Academy, which is a prep school from Canada. We have Trinity Christian, which is Deion Sanders' school from Texas. Life Christian from Virginia, Deerfield Beach, Florida. So we're loaded with talent. Every week we're going to have to bring. Every week.
All right, so somebody
St. John's. I'm sorry, we got St. John's.
St. John's from D.C.?
From D.C., yeah.
All right, so somebody in the chat that says, why Rush Pros dipped from USA Academy so fast? Wait, hold on. He's not at USA Academy anymore?
No.
What?
I'm not gonna comment on. Let me say this. Rush never signed his contract, so you can't resign from a job that you don't have paid. Never signed his contract. There were some things that had come up. We knew that this was going to happen. We're announcing a new head coach this week. That's all I'm gonna say.
Wow.
But again, this doesn't stop.
The movement?
This does not stop the movement. I mean, all you had to do is look on Twitter. Rush never tried to build a relationship with any of the kids that we were bringing into the program. He just wanted to coach football. That's the depth of a head coach. If you don't talk to the kids, don't talk to the parents, if you do decide to leave, nobody came here because of him. He, being a great coach that he is, he had no leverage. And you know, once he decided to, you know, we decided that we were parting ways, it didn't stop anything. Picked up 6 kids since he decided that, you know, since we parted ways, we picked up 6 kids.
Man. So tell me this, how can USA Academy help some kids that you've done? Like, tell them about the reclassifying process there. Everybody wants to know about that.
So, we're governed by NFHS, National Federation of High School. And so, with us being a private school, as long as a kid has not played 4 years of varsity football and won't be 19 prior to August 1st, a kid can reclassify. Now, what happens is this. Because of the NCAA rules, the kids still have to complete their 16 core classes prior to May graduation date, but they don't have to graduate. That's the loophole. And so we have a lot of people say, "Oh, well, you reclass the kids. The kids are older." No, they're not. They're not older. They're no older than some kids that are playing high school football currently this year. We don't have one kid on our roster that will be 19 prior to October.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, Coach. Rusty Schaffer said, do you have any advice for coaching? I'm currently in school to be a teacher and helping coach at my local high school in Bama. Any advice he has will be appreciated.
Just grind, man. Relate to the kids and be able to recruit. Make sure you network. Go to as many coaching clinics as you can. Shake hands, collect business cards, and be on network on social media. That's the biggest thing I tell any new coach. The biggest thing that you can do is get your name out, build your personal brand, coach, shake hands, and volunteer.
All right, it's poignant advice right there. All right, Coach, man, I know you're busy. I appreciate you hopping on, Playboy.
No doubt, man. Anytime.
All right, bro.
All right.
Peace. Yo, all right. We back. Where we at? Look at that, man. I be having Coach K up on the line, and you dudes in here talking about goofy shit. Like, what's wrong with y'all people, man? Then y'all wonder, like, damn, man, why he don't like me, man? Bunch of little kids, man. This dude's on there. You could have been asking this dude anything. This dude's plugged into everything, right? He's one of the most foremost people in the entire business, and you guys on here talking about stupid shit. I don't know what to tell you, but where we at, man? What they doing, man? Who's been doing good in the drills? Where we at? Y'all to Dylan Moses. What y'all talking about? Come on, man. I appreciate everybody who asked Coach K a question, but man, y'all check out that USA Academy. That shit sound hard. Hard. What up, Jay Lee? How you doing, man? Thank you for asking the question, Rusty. Thank you for asking the question, B. Wyman. All right, was it just breaking news or something like that from Alabama? I had somebody just text me asking me about David Ballou from Indiana as a strength coach. Is that? Oh, that schedule? Oh, yeah. When he originally told me that a few weeks ago, I was like, you're going to play all these guys in your first year? ING Academy, Good Counsel, St. John's in D.C., St. Peter's Prep. That's crazy. But that's going to be hard, man. So these guys, if you're out there looking to get some exposure, you got to be in big-time moments and big-time situations. I've had kids that are players of the year in small towns, but people still question their competition level and question how good they are just because they're not playing against other kids that are being recruited at that level. So this won't be a problem for these guys that are going to USA Academy. But man, he was telling me about stuff with Coach Probst, but he didn't give me the update recently or whatever like that he left. Coach Probst is a rolling stone, bro. No, Xavier McKinney hasn't run yet. He's going to be in the second heat. JC is back. Why do Sean have all these hopes in Ohio State players? Ohio State's a great program. It's one of the best programs in the country. So I don't blame them, right? They're going to be very their strength and conditioning program is top 2 or 3 in the country. Especially if you're in a freaking program under Urban Meyer, right? So your competition factor and the shit that you do in practice is going to be very much like an NFL with how competitive it is. So, Von Bell was a very good player in college. Von Bell was a pretty good player in the NFL too. Sometimes I think they have him doing some shit that he probably can't do, right, as far as the scheme and Dennis Allen's scheme. But remember, he wasn't originally under Dennis Allen. And then Eli Apple, that man trash dookie though. I don't know what to tell you about that. But shit, Marshawn Lattimore, you don't like Marshawn Lattimore? D. Washinsky said, to be the best, you got to beat the best. What up, JC? What do you look for on a film when you see a guy run 4.55 plus? At which position? Are we talking about DB? Since it's a DB, if a 4.55 DB, if you're a 4.55 DB, first and foremost, I'm going to be looking for is your height and your weight. Like being 4.55 and you're 6'2", 210 pounds, that's perfect, right? That's nothing, right? We can put you in a cover 2 scheme or a heavy base zone scheme, and you don't have to worry about the long speed because we'll have you redirecting and beating people up off the line of scrimmage and stuff like that. But if you 5'6", 110 pounds and you run a 4.55, yeah, that shit's scary. You know what I'm saying? So think about that. Your arms aren't going to be long enough. You're not going to have enough weight, girth behind you, to be able to compete at the line of scrimmage. More than likely, right? 50-50 situation might be a little tough on you. So maybe somebody like you would have to kick inside or something like that, right? And kind of get you against smaller receivers, perhaps, and stuff like that. But that's what I look for, right? If you see a 4.5, the first thing you got to do is go for those measurables and then try to iron that out right there, right? If he's tall enough, if he has some length to him or whatever like that, then it is what it is, right? You can teach technique, right? So I'm not necessarily totally worried about something like that, but some of the shit you can't teach and you'll be forcing a square peg into a round hole. Change of direction. Not really. If he's a long dude or whatever like that, change of direction skills not necessarily going to be like Richard Sherman's change of direction skills. That's not his best attribute by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, it's probably one of his worst. But what it is that length and the ability to stay in phase by understanding his body structure and stuff like that. Your change of direction needs to be good when you're Trajan banding. You're 5'8", 170 pounds. That's when that comes into play. That 2014 Orange Bowl between Clemson and OSU had hell yeah, that game was the truth. Braxton Miller out there and shit. That game. The Bosa, the original Bosa brother, Joey and all those guys. That shit was crazy. If you go back and look at a lot of those games, man, even the Ohio State Alabama game. How many NFL players was in that Ohio State Alabama game? Boy, Michael Thomas was getting it in that game. Smash the like button. Don't say that, bro. Don't say that. That'll never be said on this channel again. You know, JC, I don't do that shit. I hear 50 million people saying the same exact shit. I hate that shit in life, bro. I always came with my own wave. So you'll never hear smash the like button on here. But you will hear that shit on every other channel on YouTube. I simply say hit the thumbs up button, man. Take your shoes off. Oh, shit. Did Jeffrey Okudah just get hurt? What happened? What happened to Jeffrey Okudah? He looking like he got muscle relaxed. Damn, he look like he may not be all there and shit, bro. Like Wilder. When Wilder got hit in the back, right, when Wilder got hit above the ear, his equilibrium was off the rest of the fight. Oh, his head hit the turf. Yeah, he gone. He's done. Woozy. He out on his feet. He air sleeping. Autonomous driver. Yeah, the car is running, but he's no longer in control of that bitch. Damn. Ran a 4.5 and then you air sleeping off of knocking yourself out. Hit the thumbs up button. Wipe your feet, man. Everybody in here, baby, hit the thumbs up button. About to get out of here in a second, though. I'm gonna watch the rest of this chilling out downstairs. They woke Jeffrey Okudah up yet, though? Too soon for Wilder? There's a reason why you didn't hear me talk. I didn't want to talk about that shit. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You know, y'all know I'm a huge boxing fan, and I hate when shit get too popular or everybody's watching. You can tell that was a casual fan fight, and every casual fan in America wanted to talk about that shit. Even MMA sites, right? I'm a huge MMA guy, but why do MMA sites talk about boxing? Like, I don't understand that shit. You'll never see, even on the biggest MMA fights, boxing people are not going to be worried about that shit. So I always wondered, like, you know what I'm saying, about the inferiority complex or something like that. Nobody wants to hear what you talking about with boxing just because you watch one fight. Rush Polk is back to his old stomping ground. He ain't got time to be coaching. Unless Vegas got to come with the hijink shit. Where did Rush Polk go? Because it's a sweet science. Oh yeah. Marlon Davidson coming at 300 pounds. Marlon Davidson to me was he was a combo guy anyway, right? He's one of these guys that you could see perhaps blown up to a 5 technique. He never looked in shape to me. Like Marlon Davidson's not one of these guys you're like, oh, he's a workout warrior. So I'm pretty sure 300 pounds is too much. But I can see Marlon Davidson being more like a Cam Jordan type, right? Anyway, the way he's probably working around 280 something pounds when he's in good shape. And you can stand him up a little bit, but you can play him out of 5 technique. You can just play him all around the line of scrimmage. So I look at him like that. What up, Justin Hayward? Trying too hard to be mainstream. Bro, if Fury beats Joshua, he one of the best. I don't think he need to beat Joshua to be one of the best, right? He beat Klitschko when everybody else couldn't beat Klitschko. And he beat Wilder. Dang, yeah, your boy Okuda gone. He sleep. He smiling and shit. You know when you go and you smiling for no reason and shit. He's like, he fucking weekend at Bernie's over there and shit like that. Wilder broke my heart with that excuse he made. You know, who cares about excuse or anything like that? I just care about what happened in the fight. So it was dumb. It was dumb to wear that shit anyway. I always wanted they be doing too much coming out the ring, but beyond that or whatever, this is my thing with stuff like that. People who don't watch combat sports, or even some of these people who do watch combat sports, they're too caught up in whatever happens in that particular situation. So I've seen so many people say, oh, there's no way Tyson Fury was going to be able to survive 12 rounds, or he got knocked down a couple of times from Wilder. No, there's no way he can do that. But I'm like, well, shit, he doesn't have to do the same thing that he did before. Suppose he rearranges his game plan. Then what? That's why it's a sport. People think that boxing or MMA is just fighting. It's a sport. There are game plans involved. So the same thing going around for the third fight. People are like, oh, Wilder got cooked and this and that. But suppose Wilder comes out and does something different, right? We saw the same shit with Anthony Joshua when he lost to Andy Ruiz, right? He came out and did something totally different, and he completely destroyed Andy Ruiz, right? Working behind the jab. And you know what I'm saying? I know we think Wilder doesn't have skills like that, but it's a sport. Suppose he comes and does something different, and then he's able to land that right hand. He's still a live dog. What position do you think AJ Epinesa plays? I think Epinesa in the league could be kind of a 5 technique or a base end in a 4-3, kind of like a Cam Jordan. What did he weigh in at? Is he like 265 or something like that? Wilder is more than capable of handling Fury. I don't know about more than capable, because he's not going to win too many rounds off of him. But what he does need to do is, Fury came in with a different game plan. Wilder was doing the same shit. Wilder just needs to come in and try to do something differently. Are you saying, yeah? What are you saying, yeah, to, Colin? Oh, to the Wilder shit? So I'm saying, man, it's about adjustments and game plans. You knew Fury was going to do that. He's a student of the sport. Wilder needs to show that he's a student of the sport and come with a different game plan. But he's not winning too many rounds off of anyone. And this is the thing about this, when goofballs get in this shit, right? That's why I hate shit. I would love for Bronson to never be popular, so I don't have to hear people's dumbass opinions about this shit, right? When anytime something get popular, same thing with MMA, right? I don't know, MMA for like 20 years, right? All the way back to Dan Severn and shit like that. I love that shit when it wasn't popular, but now you get to hear dumbass opinions of people who don't watch the shit and they're just casual fans, right? So they're like, oh, Wilder's a bum. He ain't beat nobody. Dude, he beat Luis Ortiz twice. Nobody wanted to fight Luis Ortiz. I'm not so sure Luis Ortiz couldn't beat Tyson Fury. He's that great of a boxer, right? He's a boxer puncher. Beating him twice alone makes him dope. But think about the shit he did to Dominic Brazil, Bermain Stavern and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? This shit crazy to me, bro. But it is what it is. 275 for Epinesa. Woo! Definitely a base defensive end in a 4-3. This dude late as shit. He said Okuda got hit in the head. He has finished the work. I mean, dude, we already been talking about this. What you talking about, Ben Barry? He didn't get hit in the head. He fell and hit his head. And Barry out here, you know, what's going on, Ben? What are you doing over there on a Sunday, bro? Man out there coked out of his mind. What happened with Delpit? He was considered the best player in college coming into the season. Money year, man. Sometimes money year people react a little bit differently, right? Not everybody's going to be the same, right? When it's that time, same thing with C.J. Henderson. He was known as the best corner coming into the season. Now you got people saying he's the third or fourth best corner, right? Because it was money time and he took it a little bit differently. But we've seen that happen to people. And it's just about how you respond. Even Derwin James, I thought, had a kind of a suspect year when it was money time. But you saw when he made the money and got to the NFL, now he Gucci. Derwin James is Derwin James again. So Fury may have blessed Ben Barry. Ben Barry got concussed. Ben Barry, you concussed over there, bro. You telling us about Okuda like we don't know this, and it didn't happen like 5 minutes ago. Delpit got hurt. Yeah, man, a lot of people get hurt, bro. What does that got to do with anything? Even before he was hurt. This is the thing about people, right? You can't get shit past Murf. I remember a Grant Delpit when they were playing Vanderbilt. He was nowhere near hurt, but he was being suspect on his tackling, right? He was not taking on Keyshawn Vaughn and take on situations and shit like that. So even before then, you could tell that he was babying himself. And sometimes when you baby yourself, that's when you end up getting hurt. It's the weirdest thing ever, right? You try to be too careful, and then you end up hurting yourself anyway. Charles Woodson was better than Rod Woodson. Man, where that came from? Why people be arguing over shit like that? That's that shit me and my uncle was doing when I was a little kid. Charles Woodson was better than Rod Woodson. Dog, they both lit. Like, what does it matter? Jason Johnson got CTE. What's wrong with that? Did you hear what Wayne said about the 49ers' confidence about being in the Super Bowl again next season? Wayne? Who's Wayne? Oh, Reggie Wayne? Oh, you talking about him playing? Is he talking right now? Because I don't have the sound up. What did he say? I don't know. VTW and this goofy ass. VTW likes shit like that. Bro, don't argue with cornballs on the internet about who's better than who. And don't be in there talking about who's better than who and if Pac is still alive. That's what y'all remind me of, right? When I was a little kid, we was like, so-and-so better than so-and-so. Then somebody be like, and Pac is alive. Pac is the only dude who alive is 40 years later. He still look the same every time they see one of them fake-ass pictures. He didn't age one bit. And he be in weird-ass places like New Mexico. I'm like, bro, you can't do shit in the world these days without somebody taking a picture. So somebody gonna walk by Tupac and not gonna take a picture? And Tupac look exactly the same as he did in 1996? Come on, man. Oh, God, they still there. Charles Woodson is the greatest. Oh, my God. These dudes arguing with each other on the internet about who's better between Charles Woodson and Rod Woodson. Sometimes you got, you know what I'm saying, know not when to not get involved with shit like that. These dudes be bored and shit. Both these dudes Hall of Famers, two of the greatest of all time. Who cares? Fury just left Jason Johnson. Jason Johnson over there with CTE, concussed, air sleeping. Alex Smith, that's my dude, man. That's who I compare Joe Burrow to. He is just like Alex Smith. I don't know why people can't see that. Very similar throwing mechanics, same height, weight, very similar athleticism. Maybe Alex Smith probably a little bit better athlete, but very, very similar. And he was the number 1 overall pick. Damn, we only got 36 likes? Get the fuck out of here. Don't worry about that, though. Just hit the thumbs up button. MBT, you be worried about some weird shit, bro. Like you came on the scene here, like sometimes I think you might be a little strange, bro. I'm gonna be real about the situation. You a little strange. Hit the thumbs up button though. Hit it for MBT. Hit the thumbs up button. AJ Terrell looked fast, but he was not guarding Chase from LSU in the combine. Hey, man, it's one game, bro. He played how many games in his career? Don't come up in there, man. There's a whole bunch of dudes up in here, bro. You talking about some good afternoon and shit. Like, what you talking about, fam? Like, what are we doing here? Good afternoon? Like, come in here, bro, with a bunch of dudes. I'm like, what's up, folks? Or what up? Or something like that. Good afternoon. Walk up in the circle of people like that, bro, and I'm in that shit, and you're like, good afternoon. First of all, I'm like, man, this dude gonna about to try to sell me a Bible or something like that. What you talking about, bro? Good afternoon. Usually when people enter like that, too, and they be on some suspect, like, troll type shit, too. So somebody watch this dude. Hello and thanks. Y'all remember that shit? Y'all don't remember that, right? Hello and thanks. We be having some weird shit going on this live stream. Top of the morning to you. These 40 times crazy this year, they are, bro. LOL, what's wrong with good afternoon? How about you be in a crowd of people with a bunch of dudes talking football and somebody walk up to you and say, good afternoon. Like, man, get the fuck out of here. What are you talking about? You know what's wrong with that shit. Maybe he's trying to be polite. I don't give a damn. You could walk up to somebody and do all kinds of shit that don't mean you should be doing it. You could walk up and just say, what's up, people? We're talking football here. Like, well, good afternoon. Like, get the fuck out of here. You come on, fam. I've never said good afternoon. I've never said that shit either, bro. And this dude's trying to defend it. Very disappointed in Brian Harrion. Howdy. Yeah, I don't know about that either, bro. He's running up on you saying howdy and shit. You like, man, I'm about, you know what I'm saying? Better not drop the soap. Lineman running 4.5s. That's hard. Simmons should play strong safety and outside linebacker and on third down in the league because he ran a 4.3. I don't know. The league, man, you get closer. Some of that shit's about changing direction, too. That's how we start a white-collar work email. Exactly. Good afternoon. I'm the cousin of the Prince of Zamunda, and I would like to have your bank account statement so I can get your routing number so I can clean out your account. Like, come on, fam. No, the O-line 40 time don't matter, and they be going crazy over that shit, too. He ran 40 yards. He ran a 5.8. They be like, oh, he ran a 5.8 40. He's an offensive lineman. I'm like, is he gonna run 40 yards down? What does that got to do with anything? Jacob Phillips ran a 4.66. That's pretty dope. Please include your social and date of birth. they be trying to throw the social in there first before they ask you about the date of birth. So they be getting people too. I'm like, all right, cool. Go ahead and throw my social in there. The Prince of Zamunda. Back then, running the 40 was entertaining, though. That's what it is, bro. It's about entertainment because this shit ain't got nothing to do with nothing. There was this dude like 5 or 6 years ago. He ran like a 4.5 or 4.6, like legitimately ran that shit. He ain't ran since. He ain't play a lick in the NFL. Couldn't do nothing. What was that dude? Y'all remember that dude? I want to say, man, it might have been like 6, 7 years ago. He ran a super fast time. He might have been from like a D2 school or something like that. Or D1, like a D1 AA or John or something like that. 4.39 Simmons of the edge rushing the QB on third. Most DBs are slow. 4.39 has nothing to do with because you're not going to run 40 yards. right? So if it's build-up speed or whatever like that, like what is a 40-yard dash going to do with you getting to the passer? That's when your 10-yard splits and stuff like that really come into play, or your agility and stuff like that. Like, if that were the case, you would just put a bunch of DBs out there that are running four threes and put them on the edge and think they're going to get a bunch of sacks. It don't work that way. What did Joey Bosa run? I guarantee you it wasn't nothing like that. And I guarantee you he can get you 15. Not Joey, but Nick Bosa. Bet you can get you 15 sacks a year. Aren't those fast linemen 40 times from converted tight ends? Yeah, sometimes, yeah, they be converted tight ends. Gerard Stevenson, I'm trying to. Weren't you the dude that you know what I'm saying? I think you may have came in here too early, bro. Found you out to let a few things go by, so you ain't got to get blocked. But weren't you the one that said you think that Patrick Queen was gonna run faster than Kenneth Murray? And then you doubled down on it and said hands down, block me or whatever like that. Come on, AJ Torres, you got to catch that. Greg Robinson had a fast 40 time for all linemen. And Greg Robinson, dookie trash. CJ 4-9, that's hard? Yeah. Gerard said, yes, I did. So you going to come up in here and not even own up to the shit, bro? You just going to come in here like you didn't say that? What's up with that, bro? That's why motherfucker, you see a dude and shit, he owe you money. You know what I'm saying? And he come up to you, talk about everything but the money. In the back of your mind, he's like, you ain't say about my money yet, bro. You let him get 2 sentences off, or you're like, yo, bro, where my money at, man? The bench press is some BS as well. Hey, the bench press be BS to me because they don't even be doing a full rep. I'm going to be on that bench with them T-Rex arms. They be like, I'm like, come on, fam. You going to rep out 40 times doing that shit. Go up, all the way up like you were doing that shit if you were working out. Extend and contract, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just be like, I'm like, what? And they be counting that shit, too. They be going ham. Mega says Robinson was big but soft. Pause. He had to pause that. Les had to hit him with a pause. No, X has not run his 40 yet. Why are you tuning in to us or tuning into this? Why don't you tune into the actual combine? I don't understand that. Patrick Queen 4.55 and Kenneth Murray ran a 4.52. So can we agree that both of them run 4.5? You can't do that to Murf, bro. I'm a real ninja out here. You didn't say that. You said you guaranteed Patrick Queen would run a faster time than Kenneth Murray, hands down. And then I was like, yo, bro, just don't say that. You know what I'm saying? We black people around here and you're like that. And you was like, I don't care. You was on that like the game. When dude knocked out the game at the mall and shit, he was gonna be like, he said, yo, I'm gonna give you a pass. We're gonna stall you out, right? We're gonna stall you out. You got your sandwich. Game was like, I don't want no pass. That's what you did. You was like, I don't care. Block me. He gonna do it. Now you over here talking about something. They both run 4.5s, Murf. That's not what you said, man. I don't have a TV, Murf, so there's no way I can watch it. Why you got a phone and you don't got a TV? You got to prioritize. You got to prioritize life. Yeah, they do be killing me with that hands down shit. And he was one of them hands down people. Yeah, because if they do a full reps, they would reach muscle spasm at 20 reps. Well, to me, that's how strong you are. You're not strong on a whole bunch because you can sit there and cheat on some reps. Like that's not showing how strong you are. That's showing you cheat the system. I'd rather the times not or the bench press amount not look crazy but look real. They be having cats in the gym thinking they're gonna rep out 55 times at 225. I'm like, dude, you're not gonna do that because you're doing it correctly. They're not doing it correctly. You can't compare the two. It'll be like running a 40-yard dash and they're timing you, but they stop you at 35 yards. It's very similar to that if you think about it. How in the hell does a man not have a TV in today's world? You can get a TV for the same price as toilet paper today. Hopefully it wasn't the TV he meant. He meant he didn't have cable or something like that. If you don't have a TV, I don't know what to tell you. No TV, but they do have an app called the NFL Network. That is true. You are on the internet. You are on the internet if you're looking at this. Sometimes you should prioritize, right, and just download some app. The way the national championship and Super Bowl win is really more about offense nowadays. I don't think so, right? You had Kansas City and San Francisco were killing people on offense, but then when it really came down to it, Kansas City was struggling to score on offense until they really got it going at the end, but they still only ended up with like 30 points. Defense will always reign supreme when it comes down to it. Same thing with LSU. It wasn't like LSU went for 70 on Clemson. You know what I mean? They had scored within the normal range of what people score these days, right? Nobody's scoring 15 points and shit these days. People scoring 30 and 40 points. They're putting the ball in the air a million times. Shouldn't they score around 35 to 40 points? 10-3 Super Bowl a year ago, exactly. Phone is more of a priority. I can just use that for updates. I also came to hear you talk about football. I hear you, bro. I hear you. You gotta get yourself a TV, though. I'm sorry. You gotta get yourself access to the stuff that people are talking about. I appreciate you coming, though. Defense will certainly be the premium. Always, man. Like I said, UJ is the only team struggling to score 20. I'd love to go like a whole day without ever having to hear the word Georgia. No, I'm tired of Georgia right now. I'm watching the combine on YouTube on my laptop. That's hard. All right, Luigi, stay up, playboy. Salute. Darnay Holmes. BVD TV is a necessity. BVD. Well, I don't know what that is, bro. I don't know. You don't have me saying some funny style stuff. Steve O said he'll give him a TV. I'll give him a TV too, but you still got to be able, you know what I'm saying, have cable or something, some type of service with it, satellite or something, streaming. He be up there looking at a blank TV and shit like, damn, why they do me like that? Defense gets harder every year with the rule changes. Yeah. That's why it should be a premium placed on it with good defensive players. That's your channel name? So you on here promoting your shit on my shit and you think you're not gonna get blocked? Yeah. He's one of them mumble rap cats. Oh shit. Up here promoting this shit on my shit. What I tell y'all? These dudes be all on my shit. You'll never ever catch me on nobody's shit. I don't care about another man's opinion. Let that be a lesson out there. If you want to, don't come up on my shit, bro. And don't ever come up on my shit trying to promote your shit. You're not promoting, you're just answering my question. Do I look dumb to you, bro? Will they change the targeting rule? They should not change the targeting rule. Like, you know what I mean? If anything, they should be even more stringent about it. That shit is, that's the worst shit in football to me, because it's one thing to injure another person. When you injure yourself as well, right? You can really do some permanent damage to yourself by not getting your head on the outside of a target and seeing what you hit. Like somebody leading with their shit like Sean Wade did against Trevor Lawrence. Like, he's lucky he didn't break his neck. Like, for real. Hey, bro, no disrespect, but you know what I'm saying? I'm not I'm just gonna leave it alone, bro. I appreciate you or whatever like that, but we don't need to talk about each other up on here. You ain't never ever heard me talk about no other channel or nothing like that. I'm over here grinding on my own, doing pretty good. So I appreciate you or whatever like that, but don't promote on over here. We don't do that. Hey, Murf, which safety do you think gets taken off the board first? Xavier McKinney. You ain't got to ask, baby. I'm here for the Isaiah Simmons hype. Am I late? You're definitely late, bro, because on this channel, you didn't need the combine to hear Isaiah Simmons hype. Why Xavier? I mean, besides the 50 million thing that I've done on Xavier McKinney, the life didn't just start here just because of the combine, right? How much shit have I done prior to the combine? Like, this is what I do, right? You've seen me talk about Xavier McKinney extensively. How about I want me to bring up top billing Xavier McKinney? Like, I've already done this, and I'm doing it off film study, so you should know exactly what I think about these guys. To humor you, though, right? I hate repeating myself, especially when I take hours and hours and hours to do something on someone, and I do it various times like I've done with Xavier McKinney throughout this entire thing. My first thing I've ever done on this channel, before it was a channel, when I was just placing stuff here, was on Xavier McKinney. Shit, he was in high school. It was just going off of high school film. So Xavier McKinney, I like him because he fits in today's game, right? You gain an extra player. You gain value with Xavier McKinney because you can have him play at a probably not middle field close, but you can have him in a split safety look. But he can also dumb down and come through in the clutch for you, being an inside defender, meaning he can defend tight ends. We've seen him go against the tight ends from Oklahoma, and he was busting these dudes' ass, right? We've seen him go against inside receivers, right? Really shifty receivers. So to me, you just gain value with a guy like that in today's NFL. And he's a solid tackler, and he's super heady. He understands the game. There was a reason after that national championship game they lost to Clemson, he was up there on the podium with Tua. It was Tua. It was Coach Saban, Tua, and Xavier McKinney. Man, that's huge if you think about it that way. He believed in that guy's ability that much. X was robbed of the Thorpe Award. That's hard. All right, NBT, we can start talking about the likes and stuff right now, bro. We can let that go. You got like one more time, bro. You keep doing like stuff that is, you know what I'm saying, a little weird to me. Grant has more hype behind him because he started his freshman year. X didn't, so X had to really show out. I can see that. You like Grant from LSU? Yeah, he's very good, man.
What's going?
Where we at? Can we tell you when X runs? I don't know about that, bro. So, Top Billin, how is the new direction, and when will you let us know? Oh, you talking about as far as the channel? I don't know. Of course, I'm not gonna necessarily let you guys know, right? I just do. You know what I'm saying? But I'm definitely gonna incorporate more NFL stuff in there. So it's already on the way. I released a Saints study today. But other than that, man, shouldn't nothing change on your part. You just click on what suits your needs. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna stop doing college football. Obviously, I can't do that, right? This channel is based on that. So definitely, but just adding in some different stuff, maybe removing a couple of teams or something like that, because I can't do everything. But for the most part, whatever you like should still be available, if you get what I'm saying. X's T favorite player from Bama, but I've really analyzed, so I won't sound biased. I'm confused. Dude is physical. Grant isn't that physical. He's very rangy though. X only 6 foot 202 and comes hard like a Reuben Foster. Pause. X is more of a sure tackler than he is like some type of big hitter. He's not gonna light you up or anything like that in that fashion. He wants to make sure you get on the ground. So that's what I like about Xavier McKinney. not trying to go beyond them. Some of these guys like a Reuben Foster, they worry so much about blowing you up that they don't make the tackle. I think that's something that we've seen crop up with Reuben Foster when he was in college, and then definitely in the pros. The Delpit from your video, his sophomore season shows up in the NFL, will be a star. He will be, definitely. Definitely got to like them playing him at a free safety position at LSU and letting him show range as a middle field closed defender. Dylan Moses is going to play angry this year. I hate when people say that. Like, what does that even mean? Why he gonna play angry this year? He wasn't gonna play angry other year. Now he's angry. Like, what does that even mean when people say that? Still considering Oregon content? Nah, I don't think so. I told you before. If you can't, if it doesn't show up right away, then I don't know. I don't know. Oregon and that new kind of stuff that I was trying. I don't know. I don't like the way it was hitting, bro. I told you I can tell right away when something's going to hit. I've been doing this enough on this channel. Like Tennessee, it didn't. Boom. I did something on Tennessee. Then look at it. Boom. It take off. That's what it does. Usually when something hits, it'll take off right away. You don't need much. That means that it has an active fan base, or at least a savvy fan base that'll help it to where it can be noticed. I know you're talking about DBs, but how about Simmons with a sub 4.4? Yeah, man, we've been talking about Isaiah Simmons on this channel for 2 years. There's really nothing really to talk about here, right? So he said Simmons had a 4.39. He does not. This dude does not understand what sub 4.4 means. That's exactly what a 4.39 is, bro. Excited to see Arizona Cardinals offensive breakdown. I'm confused. What's the last talking about? I said I was going to do the Arizona Cardinals. I said that? I didn't say that. You gonna force me to do one by saying that? What we doing here? Do I have a player comp for Simmons? I can't say that I have a player comp for Simmons because they don't have a position for Simmons. He would have to be comped at 4 different positions. I wanted to see him play one position and then ride with it and from that manner. But man, it's hard to say. Maybe he could be like a Derwin James or something like that. It depends on where they want to. Are they going to play him as a linebacker or are they going to play him as a safety? That's when you're a GM. You have to be thinking like, all right, he didn't master one position. So suppose we get him to the league and he's raw at this position or he's raw at this position. So it's still some stuff to be sorted out with him, but it's not from a physicality standpoint. And I think he's going to be good no matter what he does, though. That's just my personal opinion. It's covering Clemson the past couple of seasons. No, I just thought you were going to do different NFL teams. Then why would you put Arizona Cardinals on that? I'm confused. I do different college teams. Would you ain't say excited to see a Boise State breakdown? Falcons breakdown will be hard. Sorry, bro. I know you want to talk about Georgia and Atlanta all the time. I would love it if you didn't mention those right there, right now. I don't want to do the Falcons breakdown. I'm sorry. Simmons is more like Cam minus the finish him fatality hit. Cam Chancellor? Yeah, I don't know. I don't really see I guess if you want to do a height and weight comparison maybe, but as far as how they play, it's really, I don't know. We've never seen Simmons as a strong safety. BYU breakdown for the culture. Yeah, we've never seen him as a strong safety to say he's like Cam Chancellor. Right, he played a strong side defender, right? Whatever their strong side defender is called. So he was a close side defender at Clemson. He came in as a safety, but we've only seen him play that Dorian O'Daniel role that they played, right? So it's hard to really say he can be Cam Chancellor if you've never seen him in that predicament. If X goes to the nil, you mean the NFL? He will return to the best safety in the NFL? Could be, bro. Simmons has that LeVar Arrington in college athleticism. Yeah, man, I love LeVar Arrington. That was my dude. I want Simmons as a QB spy / edge rusher. As a QB spy, what the heck? you gonna make a position up for that, man? You're the QB spy. He played strong and free safety. No, he played situationally. He played in some of those certain spots, but we knew where he was going to line up. Right, he was going to line up where Dorian O'Daniel played. Right, that's what he did. People would think that if you go out, they let Troy Polamalu, remember in the when they were playing the kind of a vice grip coverage or something like that in the Super Bowl against Larry Fitzgerald when the Steelers played the Arizona Cardinals. But would you call Troy Polamalu a corner because he lined up at corner? We know what Simmons played. He played what Dorian. What's that shit called in Brent Venables' defense? It's a strong side linebacker. That's what it is. It's a nickel Sam position. That's exactly what he played. A nickel Sam. But obviously they're going to have a word for it in their playbook. Simmons is a sideline type safety. These dudes be saying some weird shit. How are you a sideline safety? That's reserved for a linebacker. We'll go sideline to sideline. In as a safety, you usually get two halves of the field. That would be your coverage, right? And you know he's not a deep middle of the field safety. I'm confused. I wish the Panthers would draft Simmons. I read they never drafted a Clemson player. I tell you what, man, the combine be blowing people up. Like, you would not look, everything's about Simmons today. What was it about last time I was on? Was it Jonathan Taylor? Sideline to sideline safety. That's hard. He's a stop the guy with the ball safety. I think that I don't know. I think you got to be careful with that, right? A 4.39, that straight line speed, right? To be a safety is a little bit different, right? You're playing out in a lot of space. Just because you run a 4.39 with straight line doesn't mean that you can operate in space against shiftier defenders, or you're going to see defenders when they're already in motion type shit, right? But him as a second level player, some type of linebacker, that's scary. He can do a lot of shit at that position. But you trying to label him as a safety in the NFL, I don't know, right? I don't know. VAR was close to 260 pounds, moving that crazy. What do I think about Justin Jefferson to the Saints? I think you should watch the content on the channel. This is your first time being at the channel, Salty Days. NFL is about matchups. They will get one of them slot receivers on Simmons and cook him. That's what I'm saying. It's because you're running a 4.39. That does not mean that you can be some type of safety. It's just a different, and just because you're running a 4.5 or a 4.6 doesn't mean you can't be a great safety. It's just a different skill set that you have to have. It's not all about speed. You see some fast safeties, but that's not a great prerequisite to be a great safety. Murf, these fanboys creating new positions. I don't know about that, man. Everybody's imaginative. So does that mean Derek Brown is a sideline defensive tackle? I think my man just may have made a mistake, bro. We ain't gonna harp on a mistake right there. He's here getting it in, though, man. Shout out to my man here talking football. At least he's not here talking about some Go Tigers. CJ Henderson looking real smooth in drills. You know he's gonna show out in this type of a setting. These type of things were made for a guy like CJ Henderson. All right, y'all gonna kill this dude with the sideline stuff. I'm not getting involved in this anymore. Y'all crazy. Most of those DBs in the combine will get toasted by slot wide receivers. They're running 4.5 slow 4.6 40s. It's a different animal. We've seen some dope ass cornerbacks, whatever, try to be a slot cornerback, and they don't even measure up, right? Trying to guard someone like a Wes Welker. Exactly. There's plenty of fast guys in the league, got to change direction. One of the guys that comes to mind is a guy like a DeMarcus Van Dyke. Y'all remember him from Miami? What did he run? He ran some crazy-ass time at the combine. He was horrific. Could not change directions to save his life. And we see that a lot with a lot of these straight-line speed guys. You can't base everything on somebody's prospects for the future on a 40-yard dash time because it's literally running in a straight line. You're not running a straight line that much in football, period. I'm not gonna read anything that says the word sideline or sideline on it anymore. My man made a mistake, bro. Don't get on him too hard. Let him keep talking. Who was that? Just keep talking. It'll go away eventually. Raiders he ran a 4.28. Yeah, that's DeMarcus Van Dyke. He ran a 4.28. He was horrific. Think about Darius Hayward Bay and these guys. He couldn't run a route to save his life. Simmons put him at will and let him do work. Oh, him at a will linebacker in a 4.3. He's nasty because you can play him, right? You'll essentially be playing a base, right? A lot of people would love to still stick with a base 4.3, right? However, you usually have to take your will linebacker off the field, right? And you'll run with your strong side, and then you bring it in or you take your strong side defender off the field, your close side defender, and then you'll bring in some type of nickel player, right? You don't got to do that with Simmons if you're running a 4.3 and he's your will linebacker or your Sam linebacker. I wouldn't even see, he's big enough to where if he could guard tight ends, he's perfect. You put him on the tight end on money down situations, have him work against the tight end one-on-one situation. He's big enough, 238 pounds. That wouldn't be hard. Hayward Bay had brick hands. His shit was on backwards, right? He had knuckles and shit all in the padding of his hand. Hayward Bay was horrifically bad. Hayward Bay is peak Al Davis. We need to do an all Al Davis team to who he was drafting at the peak at when he was around. Hayward Bay and DeMarcus Van Dyke and all these fast dudes. And Stanford Route. Anybody remember Stanford Route? Stanford Route may have ran like a 4.27 at the combine. Most of these fast dudes that you see ran these crazy ass times at the combine, they all suck. I'm for real. I bet you if you took the first, I'm not going to say every single one of them, but at least the first 10 or 15 of the fastest times, I bet you 95% of those guys sucked. For real. Dree Archer. Where's Dree Archer at? But anybody remember Stanford Route? That mama jumper right there was super fast. I'm taking you back now. Y'all remember Stanford? Told you, yeah. Troy Williamson. I don't know, man. You can't do Troy Williamson like that, bro. I liked him. Out of South Carolina, that was my dude right there. I think Troy Williamson had some shit going on. Like, he had like a heart trouble or some shit like that. Yamon Figures from Kansas State. That dude was horrifically bad. Adrian's vlog, man. Stop fucking asking us the goddamn second heat started. You know if they started, people would be talking about it, bro. Like, what's wrong with you, fam? I hate when people do that. G. Archer from Oregon? I don't know about that. 4.30 and couldn't catch the 4.30 and couldn't catch clap in a whorehouse. That's hard. Archer was just too small. Pause. He wasn't too small, man. There's plenty of small guys in the league. Don't make excuses like that. There aren't small guys in the league now. You still have to be able to play football. How big is Deontay Harris from the Saints right now? He's probably the same size as Dree Archer, but he can actually play football. John Ross, he's looking very bustish right now. Yeah, DeAnthony Thomas from Oregon. He wasn't that fast, though, to me. I think DeAnthony Thomas was more quicker than fast. What did he run at the combine? Probably a 4.4 something. But I remember coming into the combine, they thought he would run a 4.3 something. Yeah, John Ross ain't looking good, man. I'm scared for John Ross. He got to do something. Why y'all got to do with the sideline thing, man? I thought y'all was going to let it go, bro. Why y'all toasting that man like that? Trendon Holiday. He was 5'5", he couldn't play football. And Trendon Holiday at LSU was annoying as shit, bro, because he was feast or famine. He was like that in the league, too. He was either going to run you a touchdown or he was going to fumble. I was scared every time they gave Trendon Holiday the ball. I was like, oh, no, he going to do something bad. Taylor Mays, another guy. But Taylor Mays, I think Taylor Mays was kind of like caught in between, right? He was very fast. Oh, he said unofficial 4.24. Like, who brings up an unofficial time? You think they didn't go back and actually make his official time? It was a 4.3 something. So what was his official time? But Taylor Mays, another guy, right? Like, what was his position? Taylor Mays, right, you very think about it, almost very similar to Isaiah Simmons. I think that he was a better player, right? Simmons is a better player. Oh, I don't know. Taylor Mays was the truth, though. Taylor Mays was very good in college, but it's like he didn't have a position. So when the Bengals was playing him at safety, I always thought, like, man, well, suppose Taylor Mays could be a linebacker, but just never know. Taylor Mays is on that cushion. That's true. That cushion should have fucked you up. Hey, you can't use C.J. Spiller, man. He was the truth. Leave me alone. C.J. Spiller was the man in Buffalo. He didn't live up to the hype, but he, to me, was still a good football player. He just didn't quite do it. I don't know. You can't do that man career over like that, bro. John Ross is just, what, in his third year? Yeah, Taylor Mays was the truth at USC, right? Mays was a 4.43 was the official? Damn. I thought he went for a 4.3. So he went from a 4.24 to a 4.43. Exactly. That's why you give official time. Nah, man, you can't say Sammy Watkins, bro. I'm sorry. Sammy Watkins is my dude. Ford, you mean Jacoby Ford? Jacoby Ford was a bust, too. He's another Raiders bust. Keith Marshall, working at an insurance company right about now. He was fast. His first name was Jacoby Ford from Clemson. He was another one of these guys. These guys are actually really Olympic hopeful types. Like, I'm a huge track guy. And Jacoby Ford, C.J. Spiller, Trendon Holiday, all these guys, they were right there in these Olympic trials and in some of these meets around the country going against Usain Bolt and Wallace Spearman and all those guys from that particular era. Dexter Jackson at App State. Jeff Demps was another guy, right? He was a real Olympic hopeful. He's a super fast guy from Florida. Thunder and Lightning, yeah, that was my shit right there. James Davis and C.J. Spiller. Chris Rainey and Jeff Demps, yep. Marquise Goodwin. No, we can't say that. Marquise Goodwin is pretty good, though. Like, what y'all think about Marquise Goodwin? I wouldn't put him in the category, though. Out of all these guys that we named, these actual Olympic hopeful types, he may be the best out of them all. Willie Gault. Damn, you taking it back, bro. Willie Gault, you know what I'm saying? He's like me and shit like that. Like, come on, bro. I ain't that old, but Willie Gault he had some get up and go to him. Somebody else I think we're missing. They had another old school cat like Willie Gault that was damn, who was his name? Somebody else from the old school that they brought in to be play football. One of these cats didn't even play football. They just brought him in. Willie's one of the first Olympic track guys in football, yeah, for sure. Bob Hayes, there you go, Bullet Bob Hayes. Y'all remember Bullet Bob Hayes? My old heads was telling me about. I don't remember him straight up, but I remember my old heads telling me about him back in the day. Jalen Myrick, dude was a straight out bust. Where was Myrick from? Ronaldo Niemeyer, yeah, Ronaldo. Oh shit, we got some dudes up in here today, man. I like this chat now. Now we getting it in. Did Tavon run at the? I think he ran a 4.3 right at the combine. T.O. Robert Smith was good and ran track. Robert Smith was the man. I like him when I was a little kid. Yeah, they got you already, Greg, with the Ronaldo Nehemiah. Benny Brazil. Damn, I might be sleeping on that one. Benny Brazil. I don't know if I remember Benny. Devery Henderson from LSU. Oh my God, that boy could fly. I love Devery Henderson back in the day, right? He was on the national championship team, wasn't he? Jerome Mathis could fly, right? Then Jerome Mathis was another Raider too, right? Ty Hill. Oh, Ty Hill from Clemson? What y'all know about Ty Hill? That boy he could fly. Yeah, that's right. For the Blue Gas Miracle thing against Kentucky, right? Devery Henderson. Oh, no, they wasn't mentioning Devery Henderson as a bust. I think they were just mentioning him as fast, right? But no, y'all can't do Devery like that. Now, Tavon Austin, you can do like that because he's trash dookie. Jerome Mathis was definitely super fast. Tyrell Johnson? I don't know if I remember Tyrell Johnson. Rocket Ismail, that dude could fly. He was very good. You can't. We're not naming busts, right? We're just naming fast guys, right? Track type cats. Because you definitely can't say Rocket Ismail was a bust. J.J. Nelson, he had a solid career to you? Ted Ginn Jr. is very good. Jamal Charles is very good. I watched him at the I remember him running the 60. Wasn't he the 60 champ? I remember one of the heats in the 60 in college, and obviously he's a very good football player. Aaron Ross, I love Aaron Ross, and I love Aaron Ross' wife. Like, hopefully my wife isn't watching, but I love Sonya Richards Ross. J.J. Nelson works at Whole Foods? Come on, man. Dante Jackson, if we're talking about straight track cats, right now he got it on lock. Oz Hakeem from the St. Louis Rams? What y'all know about Oz Hakeem? I don't remember Bucky Richardson. What am I missing on this one? What you mean the verdict is still out on Dante Jackson, B. Wyman? What you talking about? Y'all, what y'all think about Dante Jackson in the NFL? He balling? Every time I see Dante, he look pretty good to me, man. Pause. Chris Johnson. It was funny, though. Chris Johnson, I don't remember Chris Johnson actually running track, though. I remember they used to, like, talk about his track stuff, but I never actually saw him run track. Yeah, you know about Aaron Ross' wife, boy. Sonya Richards. Now, hey, don't get me, Aaron. I like Sonya Richards before, you know what I'm saying, I even knew ever. I bet you before you even knew her. I'm a track guy. So I remember when she was first coming up, I was like, oh, she's bad. I love her. Dante needs to play the slot? Damn, I don't know about that, bro. He's an outside. To me, he's an outside corner. I think you put him in the slot, I think he'll struggle. Speed-wise, Goodwin beat Jackson in that 40. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, bro, we already named Jeff Demps. Stephen Hill from Georgia Tech could fly, but he sucked. He had brick hands. Devin Smith, too. He sucked. So think about this. A lot of these guys that we were naming, right, they were name brand guys in college, and their straight line speed was phenomenal. But Devin Smith, horrible. Devin Allen from Oregon, right? He's an actual Olympic guy, right? But Stephen Hill from Georgia Tech, man, my God, he was terrible. Yeah, they already named Willie Gault. I think your boy BVD did. Justin Gatlin played football? When was this? I don't know Justin Gatlin as a football player, but obviously I know Justin Gatlin is one of the greatest sprinters in the history of the sport. Mike says Dante Jackson is a monster. So what we talking about? We got to block him for Justin Gatlin. John Ross, but he flashes when healthy. I don't know about that, Darko. When did John Ross flashed? I've seen a touchdown from John Ross, but that's the thing, right? You can't just run down the field vertically all the time. What about John Ross within these confines of an actual offense? James Jett. Oh my God. Y'all remember James Jett? What was wrong with Devin Smith other than 2 ACLs? I still think he had suspect hands even before the ACLs, man. I remember Rex Ryan being like, man, what the did I draft this dude for? He had bad hands. Champ Bailey did the long jump. I can respect it. Y'all know how I feel about Champ Bailey, though, man. He was, you know what I'm saying? The Saints wanted him to play safety at the end of his career. And he's like, I ain't going to play no safety. I'm a corner. Shit. Charles Woodson, Rod Woodson, all them dudes. Those are real football players to me, man. They let their careers extend like another 5 years just by moving to safety. Champ Bailey was too good to play for the Saints and play at safety. Yeah, they already named Ted Ginn Jr., Alex. Kerry Vincent Jr. We'll be talking about him. Come on, you can't do that to him, Wyman. He already looked like a bust in college to me, but yeah. When we come back to the live stream in about 4 years, we'll be like Kerry Vincent Jr. He's like Dree Archer. Darrell Green, we're not mentioning him as a bust, are we? He's one of the greatest of all time, but as far as straight track cats, Darrell Green's a goddamn animal. No Chance Land. I'm sorry, Les. You know how I feel about that, man. Bullet Bob Hayes. Yeah, I think they already mentioned Bullet Bob Hayes. Sorry, Les. I got to do your boy Champ like that, man. He let me down. I was like, oh, shit, they going to get Champ Bailey at a safety for the Saints? And that was when the Saints was popping. They was going to win the Super Bowl that year. Eric Metcalf was a track guy? I know he's fast. Jimmy Smith from the Ravens, he definitely wasn't a track guy. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't even run a 4. Jimmy Smith, let's look him up. If he ran a 4.5, we might have to go ahead and let Gerard go from his He never even apologized for saying that he was the hands down shit either. Somebody look Jimmy Smith up. Did he run a 4.4? He wasn't no track guy. Eric Metcalf ran in college. Oh, okay. What's up? Where did Eric Metcalf go to college at? Right, he went to a small school. Where did Metcalf go? Chris Johnson ran track, but I don't remember him running track at UCF. UCF? No, East Carolina. Oh, now you apologizing, Gerard? All right, we'll let him in. We'll let you slide, but we gotta look at the Jimmy Smith thing, bro. Did he run a 4? What did he run? There's no way he was that fast to me. Julio was not a track guy. Get out of here. NC State dude played with the Rams. Nah, I doubt Torrey Holt ran track. He wasn't that fast to me. He was a great I think y'all starting to just name people now, right? We're supposed to be naming actual track people. O.J. Simpson was definitely a track guy. Why you put the ha on that man, bro? It's because, you know what I'm saying, he might slice you up. Don't mean his football career wasn't the truth. And that doesn't mean that motherfucker didn't have speed, because he was crazy with the speed. Eddie Kennison. Yeah, Eddie Kennison. I think he man actually. He was dope. Jim Thorpe, he ran track. That's hard. Hollywood Brown. I don't remember Hollywood Brown on the track scene. I think you just name it for who ran 4.42? Oh, Jimmy Smith ran a 4.47. Ain't no way in hell he was running track then. Go look at all these guys that we're naming. Jeff Demps ran like a 4.28. Same thing for C.J. Spiller. He ran like a 4.33 or something like that. Those are when them real track dudes, they ain't running no 4.47s. You're damn near running a 4.5. Bo Jackson 4.1. I don't know about that, bro. Just like your boy Henry Ruggs is about to run a 4.19. Reggie Bush ran a 4. He ran track in high school for sure. I remember him running track in high school. He definitely had track speed. Yeah, we've been named Jeff Demps, bro. He's one of the first people that came up. I don't remember a lot of Michael James running track, and I don't remember Michael James even being that fast. Somebody look at Michael James' time. I bet you he's probably a high 4.4 guy, if anything. He was quicker than fast than me. Prime Time ran a 4.1. I'm sorry, man. If they don't actually clock that shit at the combine right with an electronic time, I can't rock with it. Big Derek Brown getting it in. Jonathan Stewart ran track at Oregon. Man, that's hard. I don't think Stewart was. Stewart was a high 4.4 guy, right? He may have been a 4.5 guy. We've been named Trendon Holiday, not Trenton. Trendon, Trindon. Hold on now. Murf Ruggs had more speed to give and didn't. Oh no, I got more block buttons to give, but should I give it to you? Like, come on, fam. I'm doing some conspiracy theory shit. I had more speed than that. I just did not want to unleash it at the only 2 times that I'll ever run this that it'll even matter. Now, come on, fam. I don't know. I don't like 10-4 had people. Like, this is goofy to me. Like, he ran what he ran. Ruggs had to come over again. You knew he did. And somebody got to mention Stingley here pretty soon. Christian Coleman run at the combine. That will be hard. Thorpe was an Olympic champion in the decathlon. Now here's your Isaiah Simmons. People love the hype. We talked about Isaiah Simmons for 2 years, and people barely want to talk about him, right? Anytime you would mention anything Dylan Clemson, they be like, but they play in the ACC, Steve. Then they do some shit at the combine. They be like, you like Isaiah Simmons? I'm like, Well, fuck, I was already covering this dude for 2 years. And anytime I mentioned Clemson, I couldn't mention the damn team without people saying how much their schedule sucks. D'Anthony Thomas was a burner in high school. Why he a burner in high school, but he ain't a burner as a grown-ass man? Corey Grant, that dude was super fast from Auburn. Ruggs had more speed to give, and I told my wife I had more rounds to give. Yet here we are, both disappointed. You shouldn't be promising them extra rounds to your wife. I make no promises. We gonna go a good hard round. One hard round. I'm gonna give you one of them Tyson Fury rounds, and then we calling it a night. Hard to be disappointed with a 4.27. I don't know, everybody in this moment jump up there. He the one who said he was going to run a 4.19. Like, I'm confused here. Don't set expectations that high. If he would have came in, it's like, man, I might run a 4.3, but I'll see if I could push for a 4.2. Then if he runs a 4.27, then you're like, oh, shit. But if you say you're going to run a 4.19 or some goofy shit like that and you run a 4.27, I don't know what to tell you. That sounds disappointing to me. Even though in the grand scope of things, it's definitely not disappointing. But you set your expectations up that way. LaMichael James from Wikipedia. He placed 5th in the 2010 Pac-10 Championships 100 meters, posting a personal best time of 10.50. That's all right. 10.5 is all right. You got dudes running like freaking 10.05 in high school now. So I wouldn't consider LaMichael James that fast, man. And 5th in the Pac-12 championships. Yeah, the Pac-10 championships. Yeah, I don't know about that. But what was his 40 time? Raheem Mostert can fly. Santana Moss can fly. Tony Brown can fly too. He can't play football though. RG3 running the elite hurdle times. I think he may have been. Tyreek Hill can definitely fly. Bowling ran a 9.98. Pretty sure. I don't know. Somebody verified that this dude broke he hit the 9.98s. This dude coming here asking who's better, the Tua or Joe. Like, all right, my man, we're gonna have to let you go, bro. You don't understand how we rock here. You ain't changing the subject without super chatting. So who's gonna do the honors of letting this guy off the stream? Send me a link to the world record. Marcus Dupree 9.9 100. Yeah, Dupree could fly. Appreciate you, Justin. Thank you, Justin. Got him up out of there. Bowling 10-11. There we go. These dudes. That's why. What do we say here, bro? Not legal win. If it's illegal, right? If it's not a legal run, don't talk to me about it. If it's win aided, why talk about it? Give me the actual runs that count. You don't count win aided times in track. Why he got to do that, man? We gotta get him out, coach. I'm gonna let him live. But he gotta come in and tell us why he think a win aided time should count. Ruggs ran fast, but on Bama squad, Judy and Devontae Smith stood out more. Any idea on the disconnect? Well, they had Ruggs do different. All of them play a specific role, right? So your majority of your targets were going to go to Judy and Smith because of the roles that they play, right? You got a backside ISO kind of guy. Ruggs was going to be the guy that was going to get a lot of swing passes. They expect him to go vert, right? They expected him to take something small and then go vert with it. With Devontae Smith, they would actually throw the ball downfield to him a lot. But if you look at a lot of Henry Ruggs stuff, is him catching something short and then him breaking it for a long game. But Devontae Smith would do some of that, but he would also do a lot of shit where the ball would travel in the air. So I don't really think that they stood out more to me than Henry Ruggs because he did the most to me with the least. Devin Hester was a track guy. He was? I don't know about that. What did Devin Hester run? He was in the 4.5s or something, 4.4s or something like that, right? LaMichael James was 4.45. That's what I'm saying. To me, he was quicker than fast. But if you look at LaMichael James when he was at Oregon, he almost looked like he was running a 4.3. I remember thinking coming into the combine that he could crack a 4.3. That's some real track specific shit. You can't do wind aided shit, bro. Everybody knows that. If you're a track guy and somebody comes to you talk about a wind aided time, then you're like, what I got to do with anything? That's like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, that's like saying you was at the club and you knocked somebody out and shit like that, but then you left out that you had brass knuckles on. Would love Ruggs with Michael oh my God, that would be hard. That's exactly what the Saints need, something like that. Oh my God, I didn't want you to put the cat out the bag. I still got to do some stuff on Tamori and Terry from FSU. That dude can fly. He's a one-trick pony, though. You got to get somebody needs to add some stuff to Tamori and Terry's game. But as a 9-route specialist, he can't be messed with. He's almost like Randy Moss with it, right? Like a college version of Randy Moss. Since Bama used Smith in that role, is Smith faster? No. You would use the faster guy in Henry Ruggs' role. You use Smith in that role because he's probably not as fast, but that's why you would let him travel when the ball in the air. A guy like Ruggs, that means he can get up to speed very quick, as we can see. If he's a 4.27, he get up to speed real quick, so he doesn't. You can throw him a lower percentage throw and have him do spectacular things with it. Whereas Judy is the cat, right? He was going to run some good routes and stuff like that, but he would clearly be the slowest out of all three of them. Now, he fucked up too, right? Said he was going to run a 4.34. So him running a 4.47 or whatever, 4.45, 4.47, whatever he ran like that, to me is super disappointing because of the expectations that he set. Bowling's pretty good, man, but guess what, man? There's a lot of people who ran times like that. Why is Matthew Boyling why is he getting so much attention? I'll be seeing him popping up on football articles and shit. I'm like, why are they talking about this dude, right? There's a whole bunch of dudes that were the shit coming out of freaking high school that were track athletes, and they didn't get zero mentions like that. So what's so special about him? Why is he getting mentions like that? Justin says Hesher wasn't that fast. No, I didn't think he was that fast. He was a great football player. He understood how to return kicks. Devin Hester, you are ridiculous. I love that shit. I'm not sure, maybe, but I like Justin Jefferson more of a rug to the Saints. Justin Jefferson's a better overall football player. Ruggs is a better and more explosive athlete. Justin Jefferson is one of the best football players, period. The shit he does after the catch, his imagination with his route running after the catch type stuff, they're, to me, totally different. Like, if you had a chance to get Justin Jefferson or Henry Ruggs, I would go with Justin Jefferson because, to me, he's going to be, at the very least, solid. To me, a guy like Henry Ruggs may be a little bit more boom or bust. We could very well be talking about Henry Ruggs, right? Like we're talking about a lot of these other guys who ran in the 4.2s. Justin Jefferson, he probably made himself that fast. Anthony Schwartz, that dude can definitely run. But when you looked at it on film, you would think he's more like a 4 or 5 type guy, but you just knew that he was a great football player. So Justin Jefferson should be one of the first receivers off the board, period. To me, he's very much in the range. Like I said all year, he's very much in the range with CeeDee Lamb and with Jerry Jeudy. Yeah, Anthony Schwartz definitely going to kill it. Anthony Schwartz, though, looks to me like a very much like a Al Davis draft pick. Like, not a lot to Anthony Schwartz's game, man. All right, they about to get on this second heap of these 40s right now. Too bad that one dude got blocked. He couldn't control himself. Somehow y'all got me to stick. Y'all always do that. Even I'll be telling my wife, I'm like, all right, baby, I'm just about to stream for about an hour. She be giving me that look like, get the fuck out of here. You ain't about to stream for no hour. Here we are again. We're streaming 80 hours again. Wow, Jefferson over Chase? What does that mean? Why is Jamar Chase being mentioned? I'm confused. What are you talking about, VTW? VTW in here, you struggling? T. Higgins would be your other Saints target? Hell yeah. But I think T. Higgins, right, as you can see, he came down with the bruised vagina excuse, right? We got to do the all bruised vagina team, right? Who in here that you think like, man, they may have run a suspect time and they tried to save themselves for their pro day where they'll get a suspect time on the other end because it's been ham time. But T. Higgins is one of those guys you got to wonder about his speed, right? But he could be like a Michael Thomas to me, right? He'll definitely be a red zone type guy, and he'll work real good within the confines of your rhythm and timing portion of your offense. But a guy like Henry Ruggs to me represents a little bit different, right? Like Michael Thomas, you got to concentrate with underneath. Then Henry Ruggs is the guy that forces you off of Michael Thomas. Devontae Smith should be low 4.4 guy next year. Yeah, I'd say that. Probably running like a 4.42 or something like that. All right, here we go. Where we at? See who's in this heat. These heat, the first 5, 6 of these guys, I don't even know these dudes in this heat. Miles Bryant, Terrell Burgess, Jeremy Chin, Rodney Clemens. Who? Oh, damn. Who said that? Somebody said it? Yep, D'Angelo. Stingley is a 4.26 guy. Oh, boy. VTW got it. Stingley quota has been met. Why somebody put Tanner Muse with a LOL, man? I'm tired of y'all guys doing these people like that, man. Some of y'all got some issues you got to work out in your life. Where's Tanner Muse at? Why she coming? If Tanner Muse cracked something dope, we got to get this Clemson dude up out of here, man, because he put LOL when he said something about Tanner Muse. Tanner Muse looks like he can run to me. Like he might crack a 4.4. Kyle Duggar. That dude's got the hardest name in the nation. Kyle Duggar. Skullduggery. They mentioned Chase, so I had to mention Stingley. Rules are rules. That's true. If you mention Chase, you got to mention Stingley, right? It's like peanut butter and jelly. They like when they was always mentioning Justin Timberlake, they had to mention Britney Spears back in the day. This dude said, I think Okuda just face planted. Like, what the fuck? Like, how the fuck? Hey, what the fuck wrong with this dude's internet? How long ago did that Okuda shit just happen? That shit was like an hour ago. He's just not watching it. And the thing is, he don't even know he behind. He got that CTE. Devontae Smith, skinny as hell too, so I wouldn't be surprised if he can run sub 4.4. For sure, that's another thing, right? So some of these times, right, I'm not as impressed with him. Even though man got that net zero, he got the Winstream internet. Hey, don't do it to me, man. Winstream had me all messed up at the previous house I was at, man. That's why I had to run, you know what I'm saying, get switch it up on him. Winstream was messing my shit up. He got that Winstream. But yeah, man, some of these guys, man, they weigh 165 pounds and shit like that. It's impressive, but it's not as impressive as some of these guys like a Jonathan Taylor. I'll put it this way. Jonathan Taylor and Isaiah Simmons ran the same time, right? Taylor's is more impressive to me because he's shorter. And this is how I go. I got a scientific approach to this. For every inch, you got to add 10 pounds, right? Or decrease 10 pounds. So Jonathan Taylor, what did he weigh in at? Like close to 230 pounds. And Isaiah Simmons is 238 pounds, but he's 6'4", whereas Jonathan Taylor looks like he's, 5'11" or something like that? That dude is stockier and he's moving like that. That shit is crazy to me. Public library Wi-Fi? Tell the library to help you out, bro. You 1 hour behind. I think Okuda just face planted. I brought up Chase because you said he was in the same class as Judy and Jumpman as far as the best receivers in country. Yeah, VTW, you struggling, bro. Judy and Jumpman are in this class right here that are about to be drafted. So I said that Jefferson was in the same class as them because they're all, I'm talking about draftable prospects right now. He on that dial-up. Oh, I want to see what Aloha Gilman runs. I like that dude from Notre Dame. Oh, Jordan Fuller. Oh, so they done switched it up, right? So they let all the corners run together. Now they're letting all the safeties run together. That's smart. I like that shit because a lot of people before they couldn't discern the two. You should not be as fast as a cornerback when you're a safety. It's just you don't have to be. Put it that way. So the times will look a little bit better. Like you don't see a guy like this guy ran a 4.75. It's 206 pounds, right? You know what I'm saying? You're going to compare him with a corner that's 170 pounds. So that's some dope shit right there. VTW said, my bad. Yeah, I'm struggling. You super struggling. And I say nothing about Jamar Chase. We're talking about this 2020 draft, bro. He had a hot spot. Yo, they're stealing internet off people and shit like that. He's shit behind. He working off his phone. He probably had some coffee shop. Some girl don't even know he done hooked up to her hotspot. Cam Curl. I remember y'all, I'm streaming, so I'm behind y'all. So when it gets up to my dudes, I'm going to have to not watch the stream because y'all are going to ruin it. People want to see my instant live reaction. Kyle Duggar. See, this man's 217 pounds. They should have been thought about splitting up the safeties in the corner. Oh, I hate when people, like, how long have you been practicing this? Why would you make a mistake up there? You know that you have to hold for like a 3 count or whatever like that before you take off. So to me, that's about, can you follow direction? I heard Kyle Duggar will straight light your ass up. Jalen Elliott from Notre Dame. So two Notre Dame guys. All right, this Kyle Duggar guy is off 217 pounds. Oh, shit, look like he moving. 4.50 at 217. That shit is extra impressive. But people are going to look at that time and not understand it, right? And why are they comparing it to the freaking Guidry kid? Isn't he a corner? They should have a time for corners and then a time for safety, where they would say it was the best safety times. That's hard, man. Both the Notre Dame safeties are at the combine. Aloha Gilman and Jalen Elliott. Aloha was a transfer from Navy or something like that. Uh-oh. Come on, Jalen. 4.81. Yikes. He may should have came up with a bruised vagina excuse if he's going to run a 4.8. I bruised my vagina, sir. Kyle Hamilton was probably their best safety, too. Yeah, I don't know about that, bro. Kyle Hamilton's probably the more talented one, but as far as actual on-field play, those guys were a little bit ahead of him as of right now where he was as a true freshman. But he did come up with some plays, but just down in and down out bases, Elliott and Gilman were playing some very good football. If QBs don't have to bench press, the O-line shouldn't have to do the 40. Exactly. QBs don't bench press? That's probably safe for them not to. McKinney predictions. Let's all late. We already did the McKinney predictions. Let's go have to go back and look at it on the replay. Did they just fuck? He probably just ruined it for me. Shit, he did ruin it for me. This Gerard dude, bro. Ever since he came on here, man, I don't know about Gerard. Why did this happen? Now I can't react live to it because of this dude. That's why I always think that if you a safety or you a like an in-betweener cornerback, man, if they bump you back to safety, you'll stand out more, man, because most of these safety times are going to be like you've seen. Like some people were saying that Jordan Fully ran a 4.67. I expect that from most of these safeties. A lot of these guys are pseudo linebackers. Josh Metellus from Michigan, not there yet, but I'm about to be on Aloha Gilman, then I'm going to be on Xavier McKinney, and I can't react live because of this goofball. Yes, Gerard is definitely on them pills. He on them opioids. Hey, they be going ham over them offensive linemen running the 40, though. Oh, this man ain't gonna never. They be like, well, he could pull. Well, when he pulls, I'm like, dude, when they pull, they're not running in a straight line, so I don't see the correlation. I know Gerard heard me say at least 55 times that don't not say this shit because I'm trying to live react for the people watching this shit on the internet, right? That's following my channel, my business. Somebody time this dude out. All right, Lil Hot Gilman just ran a 4.67. I already know what Xavier McKinney's gonna run, but he about to be up now. Blame the Gerard dude. Anybody watching this on replay? If my reaction isn't like ooh. Well, my man ruined it. My favorite player in the draft. Tell you what though, boy, your boy. When I saw Xavier McKinney one time, he came back to Roswell. I was at Roswell spring game to check out Tyron Hopper went to Florida, and I saw Xavier McKinney. That was after his freshman season. I was like, good Lord, he had put on like 15 pounds of muscle. This shit was crazy. We're gonna have to do the reaction on the next time around for Xavier. So, all right, so since we already know what he ran or whatever like that, I guess people won't. Damn, I didn't think about that. We ain't have to say it. That's right. Shit, they wouldn't even know. We would just erase this John. Good thinking, Les, but it's too late now. Hey, what's up, Cameron Johnson? What up, Pine Saw Lemon Scent? The gas station Viagra pills? That's hard. Hard, literally. All right, so the 4.64 from Xavier McKinney, right? So that everyone was saying 4.5, right? I was thinking somewhere 4.5. I think I said that. I have to go back and look at my predictions on the YouTube community channel thing. So what do you guys? What do y'all do with that, right? If you're a 4.64, if you're a general manager, you're looking at Xavier McKinney running a 4.64. Obviously, he's not the biggest guy in the world. He's built very much like a safety, like a corner, but like a very in shape type corner type, right? But you know that he's the best pound for pound football player to me in the draft. Like some of the shit that he was doing, he was locking up tight ends that were way bigger than him, doing work against inside slot receivers, blitzing. You remember in that LSU game, man, go look at the stats. He may have had like 2 sacks, 10, 11 tackles. Like he was doing a whole bunch of shit. Like what would you do if you're a general manager? How would you treat a 40-time like that? Fulton is better than Terrell and Henderson in your opinion? Christian Fulton? I don't know about that, man. He had some suspect shit this season, too. All three of those guys had some suspect moments this season. You just said it. He plays faster on film, just like the Honey Badger. Yeah, Honey Badger did run a slower time. And Honey Badger ran a slower time, and he's like 116 pounds. Halfway Rich says, you got to look at the film and decide if he looks like a 4.64 on film. I think he plays faster than that. Lamar says, use him like Honey Badger, which Alabama did. They used him just like Honey Badger. Eric Oakley says it doesn't change my evaluation much because I'm not drafting him to play center field. That's a man that's thinking right there. See, I'm trying to get some of these type of people. I'm trying to interact with these type of people. You know, I'm not trying to interact with people like Alex. What Alex in here, Tom? I'm talking to this shit. He's like, what type of juice are the Clemson players on? And Alex be wondering why I always spaz on him. Gabriel said he did, but he has performed most of the time and plays press, which many teams look for. No, you can play press if you want, but are you effective doing it? He was getting prison raped by Clemson receivers in the national championship game too. So if everybody was getting on AJ Terrell, they needed to get on Christian Fulton as well. Look at that. What did I say? People talking trash about Tanner. What did the dude put the LO? Blocked his ass. The dude put the LOL on Tanner Muse and he ran exactly what I said he would run, right? A 4.4. I told you, this is something that, obviously you guys know Coach K and his connection to the Clemson program with Mickey Kahn being the safeties coach there, who was the head coach at Grayson High School and when Coach K was there and shit. So I had all the inside information on Tanner Muse from Coach Kahn being his coach or whatever like that. And he said this guy's just a freak athlete. A 4.43, and he's 230 something pounds. That ain't impressive. What did Tanner Muse? What did he weigh in at? People should not be surprised if you actually watch football. That's what Tanner Muse's thing, right? Remember, he was the one that was running down people. Didn't Tanner Muse was the one who ran down J.K. Dobbins, right? That could have very well saved the Ohio State game for Clemson. Think about that. He the one who ran down from a straight line, ran down J.K. Dobbins. Y'all don't remember that? Yes. Tanner Muse will light your ass up. Now, he's a big hitter. I'm telling you, Tanner Muse is just a freak athlete. But where that dude at? The Collins' best player of his career. That's the dude I'm talking about here. Why you LOL? Why you disrespect that man with his name like that, bro? Why you put LOL after Tanner Muse? You only did that shit because he's white. Watch football. Don't watch color. How you wasn't disrespecting him? I guarantee you wouldn't say Henry Ruggs, LOL. Why you say Tanner Muse, LOL? Is Xavier McKinney too small to play closer to the line of scrimmage? Shit, I don't think he is, bro. I don't think he is. But I mean, you wouldn't. I mean, by closer to the line of scrimmage, what do you mean? He would obviously have to be a strong safety to me in the league. He's a strong safety in college, right? He didn't play their deep safety position or anything like that. So he did play near the line of scrimmage. I don't know. I don't think he's too small. Not in the NFL, not at all. And and what he is physical as hell too. So lovely time. What's that mean? Someone said that. He definitely walked down Dobbins. He caught that moment jumper. And you know who? And didn't Dobbins come with the bruised vagina excuse? Muse checked in at 227, running a 4.43, and this dude up here putting LOL after his name. Come on, man. Yeah, we saw Henry Ruggs dunk with the windmill. Kayvon Wallace. I'm just up on Kayvon Wallace, so y'all know how I feel about Kayvon. That's my dude. Kayvon's another guy, like very much like an Xavier McKinney. They used him as an inside slot corner, right? Even though he was a safety, he would guard the slot a lot. He would get abused a lot too by someone like Deebo Samuel was giving him the business. 4.57, Kayvon Wallace, man, that's good. Very good. When Kayvon Wallace first got they were thinking that he would be the next boundary corner at Clemson. At least he wanted to be. All right, we're on Antoine Winfield Jr. I got to do his live reaction because I loved his father when his father was at Ohio State and then with the Minnesota Vikings. Antoine Winfield Sr. is the truth. And his son can play some damn good football from Minnesota. 5'9" and 1/8. Damn, he got out the gate nasty. I look like he kind of he ran a 4.48, but I felt like he could have done better. He kind of got loose with it, right? You really want to keep you want to keep your jaws loose. You don't want to tighten up because when you tighten up like that, you see him right there. He's like, you got to let those cheeks go. But hold on, y'all. I got to text my wife. That was a good time for Antoine Winfield. I like it. All right, so where we at? Who had a 42-inch standing vertical leap? Grant Delpit will be my first safety taken off the board. Yeah, I got it, Xavier McKinney. Look who's out here competing. That's who I'm taking off the board first. Is Grant Delpit out here competing? Xavier McKinney is. Suppose Xavier McKinney, he could have. Well, you know what? Everyone thought Xavier McKinney was going to run a 4.5. Suppose he would have came up with the bruised vagina excuse. We would still think he's going to run a 4.5. But at least he's out here competing, right? I got mad love for anybody who will come out in a situation like this and compete. Oh, shit, Nigel Warrior. I forgot about him. Did he get invited to the combine? C.J. Henderson, the only one to chase down Deebo Samuel with extreme ease. Deebo's not that fast, though. What did Deebo run? Is Deebo a 4.4 guy? Deebo looked like he would be like a 4.51 type. Somebody let me know what Deebo Samuel ran at the combine. Man, I love this commercial with Jason Momoa. He took off all his muscles. Holla. Jamal Adams ran a 4.46. 4.48. Debo Samuel ran a 4.48. Then he ran the pro day, ran a 4.38. Exactly. I hate that shit. You cannot go by pro day times. I tell you, if it's not ran at the combine, I don't care about it. That's just what Nigel didn't get invited. Damn. Yeah, for sure. If it 4.48 for Debo, well, there you go. So CJ ran a 4. What did CJ run? 4.3 something. What did CJ Henderson run earlier? Pro day times are the worst, bro. And you can tell when you got 4.39 exactly. He should run down DJ Samuel. Hey, look. So anybody that you've had questions about their speed, right? Notice how they always come up with the bruised vagina syndrome. Josh Jacobs, right? So why didn't Josh Jacobs compete last year at the combine? Like, for real. Damian Harris was out there running that shit. Why not run there? So Josh Jacobs ran a 4.6 at a pro day. So what would he have run at the combine? Is it me or is field speed different than this combine stuff? Yeah, man, because nobody's running 40 yards. Nobody's running like straight 40 yards on the football field. You got to cut. You got to do this and that. This is just some track shit. Oh, God. Somebody had to. Hey, we forgot about that one right there, right? Remember we were naming the shit that everybody has to always say every time they mention someone? Nigel Warrior being Dale Carter's son is one of them. Didn't hurt Jacob's stop, I guess, though. No, it's not. It's not going to help. That's not the point, dude. That's not the point. The point is the competition thing, the competition factor of it. It's not going to hurt your stock because all you're doing is actually very good. Like if you're an agent, you would advise somebody who's not going to run a good time to not run at the. Why would you? You're not going to time well. It's just going to look bad when it flashes on the screen. But if you do it at a pro day, you're going to get help. A lot of people should do that. But the people who do it, you can't knock them. That's what I'm saying. So people will come out here and say, so-and-so is slow and this and that, but they won't say that shit about people who don't run at the combine. They'll just let it go and then they'll talk about their pro day times. I don't think we should get on these people who run slower times at the combine because they're out here competing. All right, y'all, it's back, for me at least. All right, it's a bunch of people I don't really know. Props to Muse for running 4.4 after getting his ankles broken by Justin Jefferson 6 weeks ago. Exactly. He'll run that shit, but Grant Delpit had a slight vaginal tear like 25 weeks ago and shit like that. And he ain't out here running and competing with the rest of these dudes. That running back class was pretty much Josh Jacobs and Miles Sanders. It was, but I think when Damian Harris gets his chance, he'll be just fine. Yeah, that Utah defense was hard. Coach K said, Tanner Muse. He told me. Long ass time ago. Then I forgot to ask Coach K about that camp that he had yesterday. Y'all saw that shit? He was at Georgia Tech, like a middle school camp on Georgia Tech's campus. I don't have NFL Network, so Top Bill is my source for these. I feel bad for you, bro. I've only did the running back one and then the DB one. What did you do the rest of the time? He knew his running back class was weak. Yeah, for sure. See, this is the thing, right? I'm not knocking anybody for making a great business decision. You see me, my whole shit is about business. I'm just saying we can't knock these dudes who come out here and compete and run slower times and not get on the dudes who don't compete. Kyle Duggar. Love the combine, man. You see people from all over every conference, man. And you know how to hear these lame ass, goofy ass people that be up on the YouTube talking about some, oh, so and so sucks. He don't play in the SEC, Cletus. As if everyone that's popping in the NFL is from the SEC. Like, that's one of the shit that makes me just want to cover the NFL exclusively. I hate that shit. I can't do the comparison shit. Dudes is up there talking about, I did the Pat Fryermuth versus Kyle Pitts thing, and dudes in there talking about some, Kyle Pitts plays better competition. I'm like, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. That's just somebody right there that's a Paul Feinbaum dude or something like that. First of all, he does not play better competition because he's not in a better division, especially when you're talking about going against the defenses than the Big Ten East. And then the Big Ten East is arguably as good as the SEC West. You know, Ohio State in that damn division, Michigan State, Penn State. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I hate that shit, man. Bunch of parakeets. After seeing exactly, VT Dub said it. After seeing Clowney compete, everyone should compete, even top 5 picks. If Clowney can do that shit, anybody should be able to do it. He had nothing but nothing but shit to lose. Didn't I just say this shit and then this dude gonna come with this goofy ass shit? What are you doing, man? Why would that? And who let that through? Exactly. Talent is everywhere, and you see it right here. Like all these people invited. Had to time him out, bro. I'm going to say that shit, and then his response is going to be SEC quarterbacks are trash. Like, come on, fam. I knew it was coming. Pitts went against Richard LeCounte. Come on, man. Why y'all getting a rubber band man like that? Oh, shit. We forgot about J.R. Reed. What was his time? What was J.R. Reed's first time? $4.55 for J.R. Reed. That's not bad, man. We know what J.R. Reed about. He about sticking his head in the fan. He's sticking his head in the ceiling fan. He's about that contact. And he's a good tackler, like a solid wrap-up tackler. Didn't have as good a year this year, but we know what J.R. Reed is about. Did we see the DB from FSU run a 4.7? He trying to get timed out or something? What you talking about, bro? You know we saw it. We're watching this shit live here. It just shows that Connie wasn't scared and he believed in himself. That's what I'm saying, man. That's about competition, bro. You put it out there, and we do know that shit. The shit can hurt a lot of shit, but man, that's the only thing I'm saying is we should reward guys who come out here and compete. But you'll see people like this guy. Did you see the guy run a 4.7? But then he'll be like, so and so who didn't run. He'll be like, yeah, that's my dude right there. In actuality, he probably would have ran a 4.7 too. Muse at the gate. He done left. Under 4.6 is solid for safety. For sure, film is more important in that position. Film is more important in every position. What the fuck are you talking about, Lamar? I'll be damned if I'm erase everything that somebody did who couldn't play football because they balled out at the combine. That's how you get your job lost. Somebody get this Clemson dude up out of here. He was disrespecting Turner Muse earlier, and now he want to be on Turner Muse's side and shit. Nobody should be surprised about Turner Muse. Remember, that was the thing. And remember, I told you during the season, nobody know who. It was always who's a bigger freak? Was it Muse or is it Isaiah Simmons? That was inside of Clemson's locker room. And Clemson's one of those, like, when some information gets out from Clemson, that shit is usually true. How you gonna say nobody was disrespecting them? Then what was LOL about? How about you explain what you were doing then instead of not saying what you weren't doing? What were you doing? Why did you say LOL behind them? If you were just real about this shit, bro, I would leave it alone. But to me, lying about this shit, or you know what I'm saying, or not clarifying it, then to me it's suspect. VTW is late. What's wrong with VTW's internet? Didn't I already talk about that man running down J.K. Dobbins? VTW's having a bad stream. What's VTW? He had one of them J.R. Smith games. Remember J.R. Smith? J.R. Smith be like 2 for 18. Collins Wilder after the fight, he making them excuses. That man said, somebody go up there, and he said, Tanner Muse, LOL. This was way before Tanner Muse even ran. Look, I'm just not going to explain myself when I've been a Muse fan ever since he's been at Clemson. Come on now. Well, then why the fuck you say Tanner Muse, LOL? Whatever, bro. Colin Mills said your shirt was too heavy when you put me. He's like, yeah, he was shit way too heavy, bro. When he typed Tanner Muse and shit, he had to put LOL behind the shit because this shit was CTE in and shit. I wish I could go back up there and find it when he said that shit. Man, it might be too far up. Oh, found him. Fuck out of here. You can't get nothing. What did this dude say? Look, this is a copy and paste. Now, what does that mean? What does that mean? Colin does look like he would say some shit like, knock it off! Knock it off! Do you see it right there? What does it say? Colin Milstead, Tanner Muse, LOL. Fucking knock it off! Well, I don't laugh at people up on top billing. We come at you. I'm glad y'all let that one shit though go. Y'all was riding that dude too hard. I felt bad for him. Oh no, somebody already said it. Colin, your line definitely doesn't have sideline to sideline speed. Y'all gonna get off the sideline to sideline guy. Y'all made him leave. Yeah, we keep receipts. We keep receipts, bro. He almost got it. Hey, you know what's funny thing about it? When I caught it, it was like 5 to go, or I wouldn't have been able to catch him and copy and paste that shit. Everybody ran down Collins Milstead. I wasn't making fun of him. Dude literally said, Tanner Muse, LOL. Winfield at the gate? All right, y'all. A couple more and on your boys out. Kayvon Wallace. What a football player, man. I love Kayvon Wallace. Ryan Flores. Then he got the 5th, the 18th, and the 26th pick. Man, I think he should package all them shits up and get himself a quarterback. Oh, come on, Kayvon. What you do that for, bro? Ran down Colin like Greg Robinson. You can say the time. I'm not doing any more live reactions for these guys. It was just about the guys who I covered. Knock it off! What happened to that dude that came in here and he was like, good afternoon. That's what you hear when the dude came in there and said, good afternoon. And one dude was defending. He's like, maybe he was just trying to be polite. I'm like, bro, we got a bunch of dudes up in here talking football and shit like that, especially as some shit that's advertised, right? What did I say? I say all the time, when you come up on Top Billin live stream, I want this shit to be like at the barbershop. You don't roll up in the barbershop talking about some good afternoon. Come on, fam. Am I watching UFC this weekend? Is the sky blue? You know I'm watching Yoel Romero if he on. And I hope he kills Adesanya. I can't stand Israel Adesanya. I've had it up to here. Tanner Muse, LOL. Hey, you know this dude he gonna be everywhere talking about how much he hate Top Billin. I hate Top Billin. Knock it off. Good afternoon is usually followed with a sales pitch. I see you soon, boy. I love you. I love Yoel Romero. See you soon, boy. Typical behavior like the barbershop. Yeah. That's what we doing here. Oh, Colin Milstead came with a heart. What did I say before? We had to block the last dude. I said, ain't nobody shouldn't be sending hearts up in here in a room full of dudes. You know what I'm saying? Only person who's ever send some shit on the heart that had to do with Top Billin is my wife. Somebody timed this dude out. He done laughed at Turner Muse, and Muse came up here and kicked his ass. Now he got that nutmeg in his tank. Hey, let's say he got nutmeg in his tank. And he gonna LOL Turner Muse. Look, they simulcasting Turner Muse with DeAndre Hopkins, and he was up here laughing at him. Then he talking about, I've been a fan of his for a long time. Well, I'll be John Brown. Don't laugh at that man, bro. Cut the malarkey. Well, give me some more sayings that man would say. He said, knock it off, cut the malarkey, good afternoon. Oh shit, everybody timing him out. Y'all need to hit him with the timeout. Everybody need to hit him with the timeout. He get timed out for like 8 minutes. Where he at? Hey, I can't find him. Knock it off. ABT got him. Well, I've never. He gonna go back killing Top Billin. You know he is. It's 50 other people up here killing him too, but you know he gotta blame me. It's all good, baby. I'm the leader of the pack, but still. Knock it off and cut the malarkey. Well, I've never. He about to try to call the manager. He is one of them shit. Hey, dudes be on the internet be talking shit. They be like, I'm going to tell. One dude's like, I'm going to tell people on the internet how mean you are. I'm like, what? Well, you gonna go tell people how mean I am on the internet? I'd like to speak to the manager. This guy clearly hates white people who speak correctly. Like this dude right here, he wants some attention. Don't even give him no attention, y'all. Just go ahead and get him off of here. Anyway, 1-800 Police. That's what he go. He go 1-800 Internet Police. I am telling. Oh, yes, that's another one. I'm going to notify the authorities. I'll be like, really? I've had the authorities notified on me before. I'm going to notify the authorities. What up, Coke? Lamar said nutmeg. He got that nutmeg in his tank. Oh, yeah, the my taxes pay your salary people. My taxes pay your salary. Bruce Willis had enough. He had to get that one in. He did. He wanted to say knock it off. Knock it off! Don't respond to these dudes, right? Just block them. Cut the malarkey or I will have your computer confiscated. That's hard. What in the Sam Hill? McKinney got a 6'4". I don't know about that, bro. That you may be gone too far. 5'6". Man, I wish Grant Delpit would have competed. Come on, Grant. What was Grant's excuse? Yeah, we already did the knock it off thing. Knock it off. People resorting to racist comments when Murf is the first one to defend the white DBs. Exactly. That's how dumb this dude sounds. This whole thing started from me saying, why are you making fun of the white dude who's probably the biggest freak on this entire thing, right? But no, people use that shit as a reason to be anonymous, racist anonymous people. Like, be anonymous, you know what I'm saying? Be racist in people's face. I want you to walk up to a group of minorities and be racist. That's when I'll respect you. Respect that. Honey, grab your purse. We're leaving. Son of a gun. The guy just changed his profile picture. That's hard. You know you were trolled in. That little so-and-so. I'll have you know, my father is the best lawyer in this town. Where y'all getting all this stuff from? Exactly. Don't be coming up on top billing shit trying to be cute, trying to make fun of Tanner Muse because he's white. When I told you before that this dude was a big freak, and I said he was going to run a 4.4. It's just another account. Of course they do. Remember the one dude, he had like 25 different accounts? That shit was... I'm like, damn, you got to be thinking about people like that. I'm like, damn, where is he at in his life that he has 25 accounts on YouTube just for trolling? Oh, no, you got timed out again? Well, I've never. I think we've already done the well, I've never. How did we end up on this? I'm confused. We literally I went from being mad that somebody was making fun of Tanner Muse because he was white, clearly, right? How did we get up on the well, I've never? Great Scott. What does Great Scott mean, B.Y.? I mean, what does that even mean? Get him out. Get him out, coach. I'll see you to the Dickens, mister. Zhang or versus Joanna Jung Jacek. Man. You know what? I'm going to go with Zhang. I'm going to say Zhang going to put them hammers on her. It's a tough call, though, because Joanna is nobody more technically sound than her, right? Coming out with the, this is an outrage. There's no one more technically sound than Zhang. I mean, than Joanna, but, man, I don't know. Didn't she say something about a coronavirus or something like that? I think that I want Zhang to put them hammers on her. I hate when people say do stupid shit like that. Holy Toledo! How many of these do you guys have? Y'all done like 50 of them. This shit all started because of Las Vegas with his knock it off. Knock it off! That's been saving that knock it off shit since we looked at the, what's his name, Ryan Leaf shit about 3 months ago. Back in my day, I don't remember that one. I don't think that one counts. I have a bone to pick with. Hey, imagine being this dude right here, right? He wasn't even able to get his shit off, and he get blocked. Nobody even got a chance to see it. Who are some of the top prospects next year other than Quick Draw Law? What's wrong with VTW, man? VTW's my boy, man. But you know how we feel about changing the subject like that. Besides Quick Draw Law, Justin Fields, right? Justin Fields, it's a 2018 class. Xavier Thomas. I just think about everybody from them classes. Maybe Eric Stokes at Georgia. Should have been a whole bunch of cats, right? Cats like Adam Anderson and all them guys came in that class. Could have been KJ Henry, except he's a bust. Yeah, Justin Ross. There you go. Jamar Chase. Here we go. Let's get it. Sam Ehlinger. My boy Yosemite Sam. Oh, no. What you mean don't say his name? Who? Oh, Jamar Chase? Can't do it. Panay Sewell. Terrace Marshall. She didn't say nothing about the virus, but she did post a pic on a story of the poster with them both wearing masks. Yeah, that's definitely get knockoutable material. And you notice how that dude, right? So that was his he said something, right? And then you could tell that he had to re-log in and then re-find the stream. It was the same dude, and he still didn't get his shit off. You getting blocked. You getting blocked and nobody can even see your dumb shit that you saying. Javon Holland from Oregon, for sure. One of the best safeties in the country. Jalen Waddle, for sure. Devontae Smith, you got to mention him as well. Dylan Moses. Who's the top running back next year? So who's the top running back returning this year? Travis Etienne. Geriatric Lawrence changing his mind and coming back. Yep. I already beat you to Etienne. Who else we got? Who's the second best running back coming out? Najee Harris. That's a good one. Tyler Vaughns is still in school? How the old does that make Tyler Vaughns? Tyler Vaughns is like 40 years old, dude. Why is he still in school? Damian Pierce. I don't know about that, bro. I think you might be reaching. We'll see. Hopefully Damian shows up better this year. But as a top back, I don't know about that. Not yet. Oh, Chuba Hubbard? Yeah, buddy. Jermar Jefferson. Who the hell is that? Who's Jermar Jefferson? Rondale Moore from Purdue? Hell yeah. Stephen Carr? Nah, Stephen Carr almost like a bust to me a little bit. Master Teague? Yes, sir. Definitely one of them. Jacob Copeland, I can definitely see him having a pretty big jump this year, but hopefully he'll stay like one more year at Florida past this year. So that would be Trayvon Grimes then. This dude said, "You're a clown." You can't make this shit up, bro. Actually, you would mean you're a clown, right? Your would be a contraction of you and R. Your is possession, you dumbass retard. Thad Moss? Nah, Thad Moss this year, he just bruised vagina. He didn't get a chance to, he just didn't go out there and compete. Chris Olave, that should be hard. Jamar Jefferson is an Oregon State running back? Oh, okay. Najee nasty, but that 4.68 40 going to disappoint people. I don't think Najee Harris is going to run next year. I'm already calling it right now. Bruised vagina. Puka Williams. I like Puka Williams. That dude hard. Zamir White. Definitely a possibility. He takes a big leap this year. Whoever starts at QB for Bama, that doesn't make any sense. Suppose a freshman starts at QB for Bama. I think Dylan B is struggling in this particular one. Kyle Pitts, definitely. Pat Freiermuth as well. Micah Parsons, be on the, right now. I'm telling you right now, Micah Parsons, and he gonna one of these freaky times like we seen from Kenneth Murray and these guys. Micah Parsons could be a 4.39 type guy. But definitely, I think he would run in the 4.4s. Does Kate Mays have to sit next year? I couldn't tell you. C.J. Verdell at Oregon, he should be pretty good. 2017 running back class is really disappointing. Kennedy Brooks, he's going to be hard. That's for sure. Trey Sermon as well at Oklahoma. So both of those guys will be back. Who's in the 20s? Oh, you talking about, Stephen Carr and those guys? I don't think so, bro. I can see what you're saying. Cam Akers and DeAndre Swift and them. Patrick Surtain. Yeah, he got to get a little bit better, bro. Keontae Ingram. I like Keontae Ingram a lot. That Moss fruit shirty, so I ain't gonna say he gonna sand in his vagina. Not sanding your vagina, a bruised vagina. Sanding your vagina, if you had sand in your vagina, I would, I would give you a pass. But when it's bruised, you gotta keep working. Jacoby Stevens, he'd definitely be dope, especially if he were to move the linebacker. Think about how freaky he would look. Because there's a chance he could run a 4.5, right? But him running a 4.5 or higher at a safety position look a lot different with him running at a linebacker position. So it's a matter of perspective. Ibrahim. Brevin Jordan, yeah. Brevin Jordan, definitely one of the guys right there, right? So some of you guys think that he's even better than Pitts and Freiermuth. Nico Collins, I like. Kyer Elam, he's a 2019 guy. Dylan, all right, Dylan, you gotta get timed out, bro. You struggled tremendously here. Caden Stearns, for sure. You think Ingram is horrible? I don't think he's horrible. I think he's caught up in systems. Barmore from Bama could see his stock go up. Christian Barmore? Isn't he he's a 2018 guy or 29? Yeah, he's a 2018 guy. Joseph Asai, yeah, he looks the part. I tell you that. If anything, Joseph Asai is going to get off the bus and definitely look the part. Oh, Mohammed Ibrahim from Minnesota. There you go. Keep going, y'all. Keep going. Ingram almost had 1,000 yards rushing last year and missed 3 games. But he's horrible, right? That's according to old boy. Rashad Bateman. Oh, shit. I forgot about that dude from Minnesota. That dude is scary. Rashad Bateman on there like a Michael Thomas, C.D. Lamb type. Somebody give me Rashad Bateman's measurables. How tall is he? Eric Monroe from LSU. I can see that. I don't know anything about Kenneth Gainwell, so I'm definitely have to check that out. CTE has spread throughout the chat. Your boy Tyson Fury handing them out everybody's house. Dude up in here talking about 2019 kids and shit. Shatua? Who's that? Nick Bolton? Who's that, bro? Yeah. It wasn't covered. I mentioned something about that, but yeah, I saw that they hired Indiana strength coach. So, well, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you about that. I have no idea about. I know about all them strength coaches. That one slipped past me right there. Colin Hill? He's still in college? How the old is Colin Hill? Eric Monroe ain't been healthy since middle school. That's odd. What about Ty Harris from LSU? Jackson Carmen for sure. He gonna kill it this year. Creed Humphrey. How old is Creed Humphrey? How he still in school? Creed Humphrey is an animal. Yeah, I can't say that I know anything about a dude playing at Buffalo's. Yeah, we already named Colin Hill, bro, from Mississippi State. That's what we said. How old is he, bro? Why is he still in college? Colin Hill been in college for at least 6-7 years. Bobby Brown from Texas A&M. Texas A&M got a few dudes there. Anthony Hines, right? He should be popping. Who else? Who else from there? Give me some people from Texas A&M. Bro, you don't DJ Hayes, you definitely don't understand how we do it here. Then we don't change the subject, bro. If we on the subject, stick to it. Bobby Brown from New Edition. Bobby Brown definitely won't be. He didn't smoke himself out. Kellen Mond gotta have a better year than that, bro. Kellen Mond was draft eligible like 4 years ago. He old as hell. Yeah, we know Demus is a freshman, so that's why I told him don't change the subject. We're not talking about freshmen. We're talking about we're transitioning from this to give people a preview for next year. Tyler Shelvin, will be a beast. Tyler Shelvin is already a beast. Tutu Atwell. Come on, y'all, keep it coming. Get me excited about the season. Know all these people are out there. Give me some cats off of give me some cats from USC. Alex Leatherwood, that's a great one right there. Marvin Wilson, he's still in college? They let Marvin Wilson old ass still be in college? John Mechie. He gonna have to have a good year. USC can suck, bro, but that doesn't mean they don't got players. What that mean? Where's this dude at, bro? We're talking football here. Sometimes you gotta be like, you know what? Exactly. First dude you name is one of the best players in the damn country, Amon-Ra St. Brown. USC sucks. Tommy Mount. Eric Gray from Tennessee. Is he a 2019? Eric Gray 2019 though, right? Come on, Justin. Please don't let him be 2019. J2 Fele from USC. Yeah, he hard. Shaka Tony from Penn State. Man, I can go up and down Penn State's roster. Penn State is built to win this year. Greatest 2019. Damn, Justin, why you do that to yourself, bro? Can't do Tyler Vaughns, but he too old. Why he there? Cam Rising, yeah. Cam Rising, the quarterback? Where he play at? Where he transfer to? JT Daniels, what is he gonna do? I don't know. He needs to. Elijah Vera Tucker, I like him. JT Daniels needs to transfer. Kyle Trask for sure. It took this dude that long to log back in, and he still can't get his shit off. Hey, Les, this dude's struggling logging in and still can't get his shit off. And still get blocked without people seeing it. Penn State has the best running back stable in the country. This I agree with. Block this dude. When people come in here with these cornball nicknames, get him up out of there. I got him. I'll do the honors. Those dudes have no life. Yeah, well, y'all think? Cam Rising at Utah? Oh, that's hard. Bama got the best backfield. Well, dude, you've only talked about Bama. We know you're going to say that Bama has the best backfield. Bama has Najee Harris, who's very good. Brian Robinson, who did not have that good a year that I thought he was going to have. And then they have Trey Sanders, who we don't know anything about. Penn State has a bunch of dudes that already played and been doing very well. Noah Cain balling. Journey Brown looks like the next superstar there. Devin Ford already played. Shit, they had freaking – they lost a dude, Ricky Slade, who's a 5-star because all those dudes were doing so well. Tyler Noah Hufunga, that's my boy. Hey, besides Tyler Noah, what's the other dude? Isaiah Polamau. He's another guy. USC got some players, man. What's that dude talking about? He don't watch football. USC sucks, Cletus. Ryan Bowman at Washington. Yeah. How you forget about Novocaine? That's my boy right there, Novocaine, putting people to sleep, numbing them. Novocaine, that dude be running hard as shit. Arizona State, Jack Jones. I know who Jackie Jones is, bro, from USC. I covered him at USC. Quiddy Pay at Michigan. Y'all name some Michigan people. Michigan got some dudes, too. Yeah, they already named Rondell Moore, and I named Michael Parsons. Do I think Mac Jones started out year he would leave early? He already graduated? It's a possibility. If Jake Fromm leave early, then I think anybody can leave early. Quiddy Pay, yeah, that's a nice pull. Who else on Michigan? No, they lost Khaleke Hudson. This dude coming in here asking questions that ain't got nothing to do with what we talking about now. If you want to change the subject, you got to super chat it. Benjamin, he already in this draft, right? Yes, I love Pala Ei Naiote. That's my dude. Aiden Hutchinson, that dude's going to blow up this year. This dude up here talking about my hat and shit is a good day. What we talking about, bro? Next thing you know, they're like, yo, Murf, what type of underwear you got on, too? Don't worry about what I'm wearing. I'm a dude. We should not ever worry about what another man is wearing. All right, let's go. Brew McCoy. I don't know about that, bro. Brew McCoy, we ain't never ever seen him play football before. Kyle Ford looked good, though. Yeah, you go. Ambry Tom. No, I can't say Dax Hill. He's 2019, bro. What we doing here? Corey, you messed up, bro. We're going to time you out. Anybody who messes up, you're getting timed out. A QB who will blow up is Brock Purdy at Iowa State. Damn, I thought Brock Purdy was already good. How are he going to blow up? Miami is going to bounce back this year. I think I've heard that quite a few times. I guess eventually it's got to be true. TJ Vasher. Oh, my boy put the clamps on TJ Vasher. Coach K's son, right? Y'all watch that game, Texas Tech? So my boy finally got some fucking playing time. He put it on TJ Vasher. A lot of cats don't know who Brock Purdy is. Yeah, that's true. D'Angelo saw it. Watson gave it to him. There you go. Sean Wade. We should have mentioned Sean Wade, one of the first ones. He's going to kill it. You think they moved Sean Wade to the outside this year instead of letting him play on the inside? Texas backfield, who we talking about? Oh, yeah. Tolia Poo-Poo. Yeah, he's going to be hard. I like all of those. I like all of those dudes at USC. Sometimes I miss covering USC. I don't know. It was just a different brand of football. Yeah, they already missing Christian Barmore. Y'all see what Raekwon Davis ran in the 40? What the hell was that about? Something that never gets mentioned. T.J. Vasher is the nephew. We did not know that T.J. Vasher was the nephew of Nate Vasher. They just let us know that. Texas is loaded. Their coach should be on the hot seat if they don't win. This is true. Marlon Tuipulotu, yeah, bro. I feel that this Team Music dude is literally just looking at the roster. There's no way in hell he's just naming these dudes. I know him because I covered this team. Davis looks too heavy. I didn't say how he looked. I just saw his time. I was like, damn, he need to be an offensive lineman. Malik Herring at UGA. Name some Georgia players that are eligible for the draft next year. Don't start naming some dudes. These dudes be coming in and be like, oh, fucking Keely Ringo, James Cook. Yeah, I don't know about that, bro. T-Mont has to be that Colin kid. Yeah, I ain't think about that. Yeah, you're right. Did we block him though? Oh, you're an SC fan? Chris Rumph is a disruptor. Quay Walker, yeah, he could definitely blow up. Marco Wilson, I expect great things from this year. Tommy Mount, he said Kayvon Thibodeau, bro. We're not talking about 20. We're only talking about draft eligible people for next year. Tommy Mount. Raekwon Davis fell off the face of the earth. Dude had like 8-9 sacks as a sophomore, bro, and then he ain't had 8 or 9 total sacks in the next 2 years combined. He may have been on that Brian Cushion. Jordan Davis, definitely. Jordan Davis, that's a great call. Sean Davis. Who's Sean Davis? Too many to name on Georgia, especially the defense. Yeah, I don't know about that, bro. Feet wipe, shoes off. There you go. Lingard at Florida. Damn, you're right. He would be eligible for the draft, right? I'm like, damn, has Lingard ever got a carry? He already is eligible for the draft. But yeah, Lingard, if he's eligible, he should do some big things. Oh, we're not on a specific team. Sean Davis. Oh, yeah. Sean Davis at Florida. Yeah, Reggie Nelson clone. Yeah, we already said Malik Herring. Yeah, we already said Mac Jones, too. Somebody asked if he had a good year, would he go to the draft? So, what did Raekwon want? It was like a 5-1-2 or some shit like that. Somebody verify that for me, though. Derek King at Miami should ball. I don't know, man. I'd be scared of transfers, like 1-year transfers. Who was the best 1-year transfer at quarterback? Somebody who went 1 year and they balled out. That's harder than a lot of people think, man. Monty Rice, yeah, he should be definitely pretty good. Oh, yeah, the U, no matter what you think about the U with the on-field product, the talent is still there. Even in, I would think, watch out for my boy, who's still there? Zach McLeod, right, at Miami. He stayed, right? He's 46 years old. K-J Costello's the same thing. Don't know what he's going to do. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Cam Newton is definitely the best 1-year quarterback. But he didn't transfer from another program, though. He came from junior college, so that's different to me. I can't say Cam Newton. He came from junior college. I'm talking about coming from another program, where you learn a certain way of doing things, right? In junior college, you're being prepared for whatever. But and when you're in big-time college football, you're being prepared a certain kind of way. So who's the best guy that's not from JUCO but came from a graduate transfer or somebody like that who got to play right away? Jalen Hurts, yeah. Jalen Hurts counts. He did damn good. Greg Rousseau, oh my God. That dude Greg Rousseau is a freak. Kadarius Toney could blow up. Yeah, I agree. He could, definitely. Yeah, we'll see about Jamie Newman. Bubba Bolden at Miami. Did Bubba Bolden play last year? Justin Fields don't count, bro. He was literally a freshman. He came as a freshman. I'm talking about some guys, these dudes that later on in their career have to come for one season and be a rental season. Yeah, grad transfer and then somebody regularly transfer, like Justin Fields, is two totally different things. Justin Fields was at Georgia 1 year. Some of these guys have learned some shit for 4 years at one way in a college and then have to come to another college. Like Everett Golson, remember him? He looked pretty decent at Notre Dame. Then he looked really bad when he transferred. I forget where he transferred to. Was it Florida? Russell Wilson, that's hard. Russell Wilson is number 1. Russell Wilson, number 1. Give me some other ones. And after we do that, let's go and name the people who the other way and see how vastly different it is. Cam don't count, man. What I got to tell you dudes, Cam came from JUCO. It does not count. He did not go somewhere like Florida. He wasn't at Florida for 3 or 4 years and then had to go to another elite program. Cam don't count. Russell Wilson counts. He was at NC State for 4 years or whatever like that, and then he went to Wisconsin. So he counts. Quincy Roche? I don't know about that, bro. I feel like we're getting set up for the Okie doke. Quincy Roche played at a major university. Davis Webb, there you go. Davis Webb counts. Oh, he was all right. Kelly Bryant was decent at Missouri. Kelly Bryant was not that good to me at Missouri. Jake Coker was pretty good. That counts. Definitely. Jake Coker counts. Jake Coker, Russell Wilson. I like the Davis Webb thing coming from Texas Tech to Cal. Davis Webb was only there 1 year? That's what I'm saying. A lot of these people they're missing are just decent, though. But fucking Russell Wilson was the truth. Will Grier was in Florida for like a year, bro. And then he played at West Virginia like 8 years. Why are these people struggling? Corey Darko. Of course. All right, 1 year for, I don't know, dude. If you know Corey Darko like I know him, Eric Ogley, then you would know that he's going to, that's what he would do. QB who went from Oklahoma to Texas A&M, Travis Knight, was not good. Trevor Knight wasn't good to me. Oh, yeah, Golson with the FSU, that's right. Yeah, Golson struggled. DTR, why was this dude just, come on, fam, follow the pattern. Like, don't try to get your shit out, bro. We have a block button here. For the Miles offense era, we're only doing QBs, bro. Only doing QBs. We said somebody who had to learn a system for 4 years, a one way to work at an entire system at a major program, and then transfer for just 1 year to play as a grad transfer. It's struggling. Baker Mayfield can't count, bro. He played multiple years at Oklahoma. Why are you struggling, B. Wyman? You're usually pretty good. Who was Cheeks? Yeah, Trevor Knight was Cheeks. Yeah. I said Trevor Knight. Why? Come on, D'Angelo. What's wrong with you? Mettenberger? Nah, Mettenberger played multiple years, bro. Mettenberger played multiple years like Joe Burrow. Kyler Murray, dude, he was there multiple years. He only played 1 year, but he was in the program like 3 years. He transferred after his freshman season at A&M. Why are you guys struggling? Why you guys always do this? Y'all struggle with the simplest of things. Kenny Hill struggled. So that's a good one right there. So he's on the other side, the struggle side. Vernon Adams, to me, kind of struggled too. He didn't go from a major program, though. So it's a big difference to me. He came from Vermont or some shit like that, but he kind of struggled to me at Oregon. Kenny Hill wasn't a grad transfer? He wasn't? Oh, yeah, you're right. He had to sit out. See, these guys are struggling. You're right. He was just a regular transfer. Why are these guys struggling? Keller Chris? Or was it Dane Chris? Somebody verify that. We get. All right, here's what we're going to do. Here's the new rule right here. If you can't follow the rest of it, we're going to time you out. Tough love is still love. Malik Zaire struggled like a mug. Him and Everett Golson made me think twice about, I'm like, damn, you shouldn't take no Notre Dame grad transfer. Oh yeah, Stanford to Tennessee with Keller. That's right. Yeah, Keller Chris had some shit to him though, right? I thought he was some of the games I don't like, but pretty much he struggled. We put him in the struggle mode category. Gardner Minshew doesn't count. We'll count Minshew, but he went from East Carolina to a big program. So, I don't know. I thought Chris had a pretty good game. Who was it against one time he came in? Oh, yeah, another one. Brandon Wimbush. So, that's 3 Notre Dame grad transfers, right? Brandon Wimbush sucked when he went from Notre Dame to UCF. Everett Golson sucked when he went to FSU for 1 year. And Malik Zaire sucked when he went to Florida for 1 year. Clint Trickett, he transferred from FSU to West Virginia. He sucked at West Virginia. Did he go to West Virginia? And was he a grad transfer? He better be a grad transfer. Dane Chris went from Notre Dame to where'd he go? Rice or some shit? Where did Dane Chris go? I forget where he went. Oh, he went to Kansas, right? With Charlie Weiss. He sucked. I wish we could write these down so people would know how hard it is to do this, where people always think that these guys are going to be successful just because they're transferring. You're having to relearn some shit. Ryan Finley went from I think we may be getting somebody who's about to get timed out here. All right, so Ryan Finley, right? I remember him at NC State. Where was he at before? And was he at NC State for 1 year as a grad transfer? Hopefully, for your sake, Ben, he is. Yeah, we already did Russell Wilson, bro. We put him in the absolute baller category. Shane Buechele. He was there 1 year? Where did Shane Buechele play at this? Oh yeah, he played at was it SMU? But he went down see, you guys can't follow directions, man. I said from a major program to another major program. He dropped down in competition. Boise State. So Ryan Finley, he went from Boise State to NC State as a grad transfer, or was he a regular transfer? That's not a major program, bro. You can't go from Texas to drop down to SMU and count. We already did Trevor Knight. We put him in the suspect category. Trevor Knight was extra suspect. That Grant Delpit? On a jacket? Y'all can say I said he's suspect. Ben Mock. Where did Ben Mock go? Jeremiah Mazzoli went from Oregon to Ole Miss and was hella suspect. Man, when we go back, somebody go back and look at this on the replay and name the good, see. Only one that we named that was straight up good was Russell Wilson, and then other ones are like, maybe. And then you got a whole bunch of yikes. Dude somebody said Mazzoli. Mazzoli was a disaster. That was my dude at Oregon, too. I was like, he about to kill it at Ole Miss. Was that with Coach O, too? Brian Kelly, think about that shit. Brian Kelly, you're right. Brian Kelly probably dope as shit because all his quarterbacks left and went somewhere else and sucked. Even as good of the redshirt sophomore was who went to the NFL, he was super suspect with the Green Bay Packers. Chad Kelly had only 1 year at Ole Miss. Come on, Corey, don't get timed out. Somebody please tell me Chad Kelly only had 1 year at Ole Miss for Corey's sake. He was JUCO. Oh. Somebody time Corey out. Deshaun Kaiser. Yeah, you're right. Deshaun Kaiser struggled. Somebody get Corey timed out. Jake Rudock. Oh, from where was he at in the Big Ten? And then he went to Michigan. Rudock was okay. He was okay. All right, I get Corey since you guys are struggling. Iowa, that's right. Yeah, so he was at Iowa and then went to Michigan. Yeah, you're right. He was okay. Tyler Murphy from Florida to BC was hard. I think he did pretty well. Did Jacoby Brissett, was he a regular transfer or was he a grad transfer? I think that's everyone. It's never everyone, bro. Y'all forgot about my man from Virginia that went to Georgia. What was the guy that went from Virginia to Georgia? He struggled. Brissett was a regular transfer. What was the guy who went from Virginia to Georgia? And Mark Ricks last year. Max Brown. I don't think Max Brown qualifies because he left after he got beat up by Sam Darnold. And was he a grad transfer? I thought he played 2 years at Pittsburgh. Yeah, Grayson Lambert. Max Brown, was he a 1 year rental? Was he a grad transfer when he lost to Sam Darnold? Max Brown sucked. Put him in the suck category. Grayson Lambert wasn't that good either. He kind of let me down. He wasn't horrific by any stretch of the imagination, but you can tell that it was an adjustment needed. I think a guy like Joe Burrow was perfect. Imagine if Burrow was a 1 year rental and we only had that first season. That's the adjustment that I'm talking about. If you only had that first season to go by right now, your boy Joe Burrow wouldn't be talked about that much in this combine. That's straight up. Yeah, we already did Vernon Adams, and he don't count because he went from Eastern Washington to Oregon, and he struggled, but he went from a smaller school and went up school, so he wasn't entrenched in some type of program that's tried and true. Kasim Hill from the Terps to the Vols, you might be reaching there, bro. Hunter Johnson. Yeah, he definitely don't count, bro. He transferred as a sophomore when Trevor Lawrence got there. All right, is that it, y'all? About to have to get up out of here, man. Get this workout in. Uh-oh. Any last words? Yeah, we did the Sean Kaiser, but he didn't. I'm confused. Yeah, we already talked about Jeremiah Masoli, bro. Jeremiah Masoli was one of the first guys I remember getting like some kind of immediate waiver to play right away. Affleck trivia knowledge, it is, ain't it? Grayson Lambert wasn't the clear-cut starter at UVA. I hear you, but he was the clear-cut starter when he transferred to Georgia, so what does that mean? Doing my workout, I need to work on my sideline-to-sideline speed. But I can only do that when I'm a safety, though, so it's a big difference. If I'm playing safety, that's when I'll work on it. But if I'm at linebacker where it counts, I am not working on it. Justin would challenge Trevor for the first pick next year. This dude just had to get that in. That feels like one of those things where you bored. You're like, man, what can I say? What can I say here? I want to be a part of the conversation. I want people to talk to me. Let me throw something out here. Orlando Pace has good sideline-to-sideline speed. He's a sideline-to-sideline offensive tackle. I thought we was going to stop on that dude, man. Y'all going to make that dude do something to himself. Come on, man. This dude said off topic. This is the first thing this dude said. Like, why would you come in here and you don't even know what's going on? You just going to come in here and say some shit and say off topic. I'm looking up here. You ain't said nothing else. What's wrong with people these days on the internet? Nope. I'm going back hours and he ain't said shit. What's wrong with these dudes, man? CTE. Jake Heats got beat up by Brad Kaya. He did? Oh, yeah. Jake Heats came from Kansas? Just saying he always struggled. Who cares? He was a starter at Georgia. Then he shouldn't be starting at Georgia if he always struggled. He was a starter. BYU. Oh, yeah. And wasn't Jake Heats about 40 years old? I feel about his I don't know nothing else about his combine. I feel good about his time. I really don't care about the combine like that. I come and trip out, watch some times and shit like that. But these are guys that are literally studying a down in and down out basis for a living through these film studies and stuff like that. I already know what C.J. Henderson's about. So him running through some cones or some shit like that has nothing to do with me and my evaluation on him. C.J. Henderson is a very good football player. He just needs to play like it. That's it. He needs to tackle better and shit like that. There's a lot of shit there. There's a lot of shit that happened at the combine today. None of it had to do with actually playing football. So always remember that. But as far as his 40 time, that's what he needed. That's all he needed, is to be a freak. And he is that, and we know that. I got to get up out of here before they start showing Rich Eisen weird ass running the combine. I'm tired of watching that shit 40 years. Let's get it. Remember they were showing everybody's running a 40-yard dash, and they would show all the mishaps and dudes falling and breaking their necks and shit like that, trying to run at their job in some work shoes. Somebody get this Malik dude up out of here, bro. You don't change the subject without super chatting. That's what we do here. This man had to come with a frown joke. Les be doing some shit that you may. I'll be like, why do I like Les again? What's wrong with Las Vegas? All right, y'all. We're getting to the point where it's weird now. People talking about goofy shit. All right, y'all. I appreciate it, man. Y'all keep me tripping out here. Well, how long? Well, damn, I went almost 4 hours. I was supposed to be here for 45 minutes. What happened? Y'all can't say I'm not a man of the people, because it wasn't like nobody was super chatting or anything either. So there you go. Your boy came and tripped out with you. Ain't nothing to do with you. Y'all wasn't even super chatting. I'm just here talking trash, right? We talked about everything. We done made people not like black people. The dude with the knock it off and all that and shit like that. The track athletes and the QBs, 1 year rental type shit. Y'all know how we be doing, baby. It's like a barbershop here at Top Billin Sports. So don't take it too personal. Get that thong surgically removed out your ass, or at least buy a bigger size thong when you do wear it. All right? With that being said, it's your boy Murf, the Underground King, Top Billin Sports, and I am out. Peace.